Okay, welcome to Shooting the Shit open topic show, and and it happens to be Saturday evening, the end of summer 2021. I'm here with BC Beer Reviews from Michigan. How the hell are ya? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. How the hell are ya?
I'm doing pretty good, James. Oh my goodness. Glad today is Saturday. Get to chat it up with you. And you know what I did today, man?
What?
Besides going to work? Man, I got what we were talking about in our private chats, man. And you know what that was? That chicken. I've already got the beer cans set out. So when I go to cook that bird in the grill tomorrow for our show tomorrow, man, I ain't gonna wait for that beer to warm up because I've set it out tonight. So tomorrow, when I start cooking, it's already up to temp. Now the bird, I'm planning to do that up like a.
Look at the breast. Look at the pectorals on this. Rooster, look at the chest on that rooster. The golden cock, which matches the golden turd that I showed before. I guarantee. And so anyway, you got the, you know what you're gonna do.
Yep. I've already got the charcoal. I've already got the wood chips. I've got the chicken. I've got the beer. All I got to do is make up the side dish. That's all I got to do.
You know, my grandmother used to make pretty damn good homemade coleslaw, and she had the mandolin. It's not the musical instrument, you know, the blade.
Little flat piece that
it's sharp as hell. But let me tell you, you got a good chef's mandolin, you can do a lot with that thing. And she used to get the cabbage. Cabbage is cheap. That's the beauty of it, and it's one of the most nutritional vegetables in existence. It's up there. And she used to take that and then get some carrot, peel the carrots first, and mandolin the carrots.
Yeah, shred them up. Yeah.
You know, mayonnaise, some good vinegar, black pepper. What else did she put in there? That's pretty much it. And I tell you, I enjoyed that better than cooked or steamed veggies or as a side dish. I loved it because it was crunchy and refreshing. You know, like biting a cucumber. You know, it had that. Let me say hi. Hello there, my dear Masumi from Japan. Oh, you're off work today. That's great. Well, BC wasn't off work. He probably had to be there really early in the morning.
Yeah, I had to be there. Our schedule's a little wacky lately, man. Oh, my goodness. Man, I used to have to be up at 4 in the morning. And now it's 6. And I like to get up, maybe what they would say, ease into your day. And I was like, yeah. And that's what I kind of do for about an hour and a half. I'm kind of whatever here in the morning, kind of waking up before I go into work.
Yeah,
So
I
get up.
mean, the only time I have energy that early is if I'm scheduled to go on a plane to an all-inclusive resort in the Caribbean somewhere, like when I used to go to Cancun a lot, and you can't sleep when you're gonna do something like that. And
Yeah, it's kind of like Christmas morning. Yeah.
yeah, but then again, nowadays it's a drag because you got to be at the airport an hour early for the security, but which I'm happy about. I'm happy if they do their job.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
True.
airport security, they don't hire the sharpest knives in the drawer or the brightest bulbs on a Christmas tree. No,
So,
they don't. They don't.
sometimes they get some Lincoln ones in there somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Now what do they do now? They try to feel you up at the airport or something.
Man, if somebody tries to fill me up in the airport, man, I hope it's a hot chick, man. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, anyway, I'm James P. Madonna. And we're off to a good start. I mean, the man by BC is not in control of his work schedule, so he most likely has to get up really early tomorrow.
Yeah. The
And
same time frame tomorrow as it was today.
yeah, what time you get off? 12 noon?
Today I got off at 1 o'clock. Yesterday it was 1:30. And I mean,
All
it's
right.
not bad. It's not bad. I mean,
So you
it's got its perks going into work that early. It really does.
so you worked you worked a little bit of overtime, right?
A little bit, yeah. I was supposed to get off at noon, but it's like we're having staff problems, so it's like,
Yeah, I wonder why.
yeah. I mean, okay, I'm not going to go into great detail.
No,
All I'll
don't.
say is, yeah. All I'll say is I can see why. That's all I'm going to say because I try to refrain from
Well,
saying things on
I
social
will
media.
talk I will talk about retail in general because
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I know retail managers, I know people working in retail. I used to work in retail, unfortunately. And the retail managers, they work horrible hours and their pay sucks. And listen, everything about people in retail when it comes to being an employee sucks. It
Yeah.
really does. It really, really, really does. Oh, look who's here, man. Geordie's beer review from Scotland, I believe. Yes. We are seen internationally. Japan, Scotland. Happy Saturday to you, and it is probably the wee hours of Sunday in Scotland. This
Now,
man
can we
is
get somebody from Canada?
from Canada.
No, I'm saying now, can we get somebody from Canada?
You never know, but no, I'm happy because I think Scotch whiskey is just wonderful. Eric Fraunfelter showed me a bottle of Taverners.
Oh yeah.
It's called Taverners Single Malt from the island of Skye, Scotland, and he paid about $48 for it. $48 for it.
Yeah. Okay.
It was smoky with the peat and all that stuff, and it had a brine, sort of a brine flavor, because the barrels were near the coast.
Oh, okay. Because of the salt water and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're drinking Blue Moon.
N- oh, okay.
That's a wheat. That's a Belgian
Wheat
company.
beer.
Well,
Yeah.
not anymore. Now it's owned by a big American macro company. I think bought it out. Right?
Oh, is it
Miller.
Budweiser?
Somebody bought it out.
Yeah. So Miller,
Yeah,
Budweiser, one of the big guys. Yeah.
it's about 2 15 a.m. right now in Scotland. And someday I'm going to have haggis. Someday I will have haggis. I am waiting for performing artist and clothing designer Paul Mantia, because he fell asleep and he forgot about the show. So he's getting his expensive equipment set up for music, because he's going to play some music. I'm going to play my African drum while he plays, and Eric Fraunfelter, who said he wanted to be on the show, is going to, if he shows up, is going to play his acoustical guitar. So it'll be the three of us. And also, Paul Mantia he's a great keyboard player. He's a songwriter. And Ronnie S. Greetings, Ronnie S.
Yeah, what's going on, Ronnie?
From Clearwater, Florida. I am more a seafood guy, but I still love haggis. Now, I love seafood. Don't get me wrong. I love deep sea scallops. I love them all. I love them all. Cod, fish and chips. And usually I do a show from the all-you-can-eat sushi and sashimi restaurant, which is 4 blocks away from where I live, Jordy. And
I love restaurants.
I mean, BC knows because he watched the show, and he came on the show.
That show that I watched, I actually went down and got General Tso's chicken from the China shop I go to, man.
Yeah, I got him hungry. I was stuffing my face with so much fresh sushi and sashimi, but I didn't do it today. I'm not going to do it this week because somebody said to me during the show, "Oh, you're at the same restaurant again?"
Do
they pay me to go to different restaurants every week? I mean, do I get free meals? I mean, do I make money off of YouTube for doing this? No. So I'm under no obligation to jump through hoops like a circus animal and entertain these people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what you were kind of getting at. Unless this dude that made that comment that's paying for your food, hey, eat where you want, man. If you like eating at the same spot, hey, be my guest.
If I was in a situation where it was financially feasible or financially attractive enough for me to go bouncing around to different restaurants and do a promo for the restaurant and get a discount or a free meal, or if YouTube was paying me, maybe I could swing something like that. But don't forget, that's a hassle, because that's like somebody doing a craft beer review show where there's a theme every week. So you have to go run around looking for that special theme, that special stout, ale, IPA, lager, whatever, porter. You got to go search for it. And they might not have single bottles. You might have to buy a 6-pack for God knows how much. And
depending on the beer and depending on what you get, I've known people where they had to get like a 12-pack or a 30-pack of a certain beer if they wanted to be on that show that day. So
yeah. Now, Jordy, I love crab. Actually, to be honest with you, I think crab meat tastes better than lobster unless you have the butter. Without butter, I think lobster is kind of bland. I think shrimp has more flavor. Shrimp and crab has more flavor than lobster. Calamari has to be cooked fast. If you're going to fry calamari in the hot oil, like if you were making fish and chips, let's say, 1 minute, that's it. It comes in, out, and the oil has got to be very hot, because if it's not, the deep fried food is greasy. The calamari, the batter will come out greasy. It's got to be very hot and quick, because if you leave calamari or clams in the hot oil just a little bit too long, it's going to be like rubber. It's going to be melted.
and you don't want to be eating seafood like that either.
Yeah. No, you could talk about fish. I used to work for 10 years. I worked with seafood. You could. I worked with seafood for 10 years. But shrimp and lobster has, as soon as the shell turns orangey red, get it out of there.
Yep.
Get it out, because it, like eggs. Let's say you like a 3-minute poached egg. If you keep that in just 30 seconds too long, you're not going to have a runny yolk. And I'm not yoking around either. I mean, you won't be an ecstasy. Let's put it that way. That ain't no yolk. Hold on.
Like I was eating the pickle the other day. Man, it was sure a big deal.
Bellboy. Bellhop.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Bellhop.
Did you see that movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, back in like '86?
I like Pee-wee Herman. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, the point I'm getting at is you got me thinking of that scene towards the end where like the movie's almost over with, and they made a movie of Pee-wee's Adventure. It was like a movie within a movie, and they were in a hotel, and Pee-wee was like at the desk, and he like hits the God, what is that? The bell. It was like, paging Mr. Herman, Mr. Herman, paging Mr. Herman, please come to the front desk.
You know, Pee-wee was thrown out of a theater for masturbating, for jerking off in theater in Florida. That's how his reputation in show business plummeted.
Yeah, they took his show off the air, that TV show he had back then too.
Yeah, because he had an image with the kids and everything, and all of a sudden this came out. You know, I always liked Terry Pterodactyl on his Playhouse show for some reason.
For me, for some reason I like Cherry.
Cherry?
The chair.
Oh, Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry. The chair. Yeah. And it's like for some reason you could sit on her and just have a great old conversation with her all day long.
Yeah, so you can sit on her face.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Cherry. Maybe Cherry had a long tongue.
I'd like to find out.
Cheech and Chong. I like Cheech and Chong too. You know what? I like so many. I like the old comedies. I love the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a big Curly fan myself.
Laurel and Hardy, and they were good. But Stooges were they were tops.
Man, I remember staying up late when I was a kid, and this was going back probably 40 years now, and maybe even like 35. Stay up on a Friday or Saturday night, and they used to play the Three Stooges out at midnight on Saturday. And then if you were like in the middle of summer vacation, you stayed up on Sunday night, and there was a day called Kung Fu Theater, and they used to play the Kung Fu movies that were like voiced over. So you had the the talking not matching up to the lips of the people on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. You know when Kung Fu Theater went on? It went on TBS on Saturday afternoon. I think it was TBS. Yeah, it was actually. And then eventually they had NWA wrestling with Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and all those guys, you know. And
WCW.
Yeah, and then they had Bill Dance, you know, the bass fishing expert. I used to watch him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I used to, you know, and I bought his. Then there was a guy named Mark Sosin, who was the saltwater fishing guru, and I got suckered into buying his autograph series lures. And let me tell you, I went to Florida Keys, and I was passing them lures back and forth over a ton of fish, and not one of them took a bite out of the lure. And They were $8 a piece, and some guy had a 75-cent 1-ounce white bucktail with a little squid on it. Or boing, 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 whack, and he was like pulling them in.
Oh, so they were display lures, huh?
Yeah, the lip syncing wasn't in sync with the English. Yeah, it was like, but it was funny though. But it was great.
Yeah.
Remember the old guy with the white Fu Manchu?
Yeah, they like came down to here. Yeah.
He had snow white hair. He was a very good martial artist. He was fantastic. He like beat everybody.
Yeah, they even make a reference to him in that one movie, or what? I should say 2 films, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. So there's a reference to that guy. There's a guy that looks just like him, or at least with the Fu Manchu and everything.
I like Jet Li.
Yeah, he's good.
Jet Li. Jackie Chan tries to be too funny. I like Jet
Yeah,
Li.
though, the only one I liked the Jackie Chan's was Rumble in the Bronx.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was good. Now, I highly recommend seeing the 5. There's 5 movies, parts 1 through 5. It's called The IP Man, played by Donnie Yen.
Okay, I've heard about this movie.
And the IP Man started the famous Wing Chun Kung Fu school in Hong Kong, and a very young Bruce Lee, when he was a little kid, joined his school. He trained Bruce Lee and IP Man, and it started with when the Japanese invaded China during World War II. And it's a fascinating movie about the real life story about IP Man. And Wing Chun Kung Fu was invented by a female. She was I guess a Shaolin monk, a Buddhist monk or something.
Yeah.
Female, and she was involved with this famous fight, and she used Wing Chun style, and then it became, there's so many different styles, but I like Jet Li. Donnie Yen is not originally a martial arts kung fu expert. He's originally a dancer.
Oh, really? So he has that flexibility like a martial artist then.
Yeah, I don't know how he learned so damn well, because he was fantastic in the movies. I mean, with his kung fu.
Another one I want to watch is Sonny Chiba movies.
Oh, Sonny Chiba, I think is karate. Was karate famous? Was he Japanese? Sonny Chiba?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know it was one of them martial art films. I don't know where he's from, but I've always heard of Sonny Chiba. And I was like, I seen clips of it, and it was like some of them it looked like they were like in the 70s, and the way they filmed it was like, I don't know, amazing, even to me at the time when I seen them.
Oh yeah, Quentin Tarantino. He was interviewed with Jonathan Ross. A very funny interview. Yeah, Quentin Tarantino produces really bizarre movies, like the vampire movie that took place in Mexico.
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah.
Dusk Till Dawn. I mean, he's into all of the bizarre, gory crap.
What's that other one he did? The Planet Kill or Planet Horror or something. It was like one was like a military movie, and then the other one was like a stuntman car with Kurt Russell. And it was like the only safe spot in the stunt car was the driver's seat.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh my goodness, it was like pretty brutal or gruesome, man. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, very gory, very very dark, very gruesome. Hey Bart Robinson is here. Greetings to you. I'm sure Jordy knows all of his movies. I mean, what was that one? Oh, Rodriguez. The guy that worked with him making these movies, Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez, yeah.
Rodriguez is the one that was running Lucha Underground, the pro wrestling promotion in out of Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Actually, it was out of Long Beach, California, and it was hardcore matches. A lot of Mexican style lucha libre, guys and girls with masks.
Yeah.
And it was dark. It was a Tarantino style wrestling promotion, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
Rodriguez. I forgot his first name, but his last name was Rodriguez, and he worked with Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Who's a weird looking dude in his own right. Well, they both are.
Yeah.
Both.
I mean, I think out of the two, I think Tarantino is probably the most weirdest looking dude that you'll see out of the two.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, if you ask me, you know what Quentin Tarantino looks like? I was like, yeah. Just like point him out in the lineup. He's under number 2. I'll be saying the number all day long until they take him away.
You're both sleazy looking characters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink some probably the best lager I ever had, gentlemen and Jordy, from Vermont in the United States. This is I'll show you what it is. Von Trapp Oktoberfest lager. Okay, says a little of Austria, and it's what is it? 5.6% alcohol by volume, 35 IBUs. So 5.6, and it's really, I mean, the malts, the hops. It has a strong citrusy floral flavor with a peppery aftertaste on the hops, and the malts are really flavorful, very very malt forward. Let's put it that way.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It almost sounds like an IPA.
Yeah, well, it's not. You know, a lot of IPAs are hazy, but you know what's amazing about this is not necessarily that the head lasts long, but the carbonation lasts very long time. You know, it's a lot of American breweries. They make IPAs hazy. What would you call that? New England style or West Coast style? Hold on. Let me catch up here. Oktoberfest lager. They make a lot of traditional German beers. Von Trapp. Yeah, they make check out the website, Bart. Check out their website. It's really great. I mean, the variety that they make, all traditional European beers. I'll give it a 99. Honestly, for lagers, I'll give it a 99% out of 100. It is quite delicious. You're gonna pour a Coors? Yeah, I'm not a macro fan.
I had one this week.
I guess you went to, okay. Here is performing artist, songwriter, clothing designer, you name it, he does it. Modeling agent, talent scout. Paul Anthony Mantia is here with his equipment of splendor, the keyboard, his guitars, his electronic 21st century odyssey of music.
So let me ask you, how's my sound sound good to you or what?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Good,
yes, it does.
Might be too much reverb on the mic though, so let's cut that down.
Yeah.
Cut the reverb.
Now
Gotta turn it down on the board here.
I'm waiting for Eric. I hope he's not like too drunk, and because he told me he definitely
Hey,
wants.
he probably got too drunk, man. Too much alcohol, man. The guy.
Yeah,
thinking.
these guys, these guys, they're
These
fanatics.
guys drink, man.
They're fanatics. When it comes to craft beer, this is all they talk about like every day.
Check one.
And now he got himself a bottle of 10-year. He's paid $49 for it. Taverner's single malt Scotch whiskey. I think it's now he's been sucking on that. I hope he's not too intoxicated. Oh yeah. Oh, Jordy from Scotland sends greetings to you, Paul. He says, "How are you doing? How's Rock and Paul doing?"
Hey, tell him, what's his name?
Jordy from Scotland.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Jordy from Scotland?
Yeah, and then Masumi from
Masumi.
Japan, from Tokyo, Japan.
Masumi, how you doing from Tokyo?
See, he's got the best equipment. I mean, this is the tip of the iceberg. When you you're the man you're meeting right now. Wait until he gets his Amazon store open, and he's
gonna light up a cigarette tonight.
Light up a cigarette. He just goes higher. He'll go higher than Jeff Bezos' spacecraft.
Yeah, but I don't have his kind of money, man.
Yeah.
So
Can I have his money, and then you know what I can do with that guy's money?
The silent investor, right? Silent investor.
We don't need it.
Hey, Paul, are you into any Hendrix? My man died.
Yeah, of course. I actually toured with Buddy Miles, the drummer of Hendrix. I toured with him for about, I don't know, maybe 3 months to 6 months. Yeah. But we're not going to bring up anything, about him. You know what I mean? Because it would, it's just there's things that we can't talk about. You know what I mean? And
you
certain people die in certain things.
You tour with Billy Preston.
A lot of people die in things out there that they shouldn't be doing. But that's the world of music. So
if people
trying to turn my volume up on this fucking phone, man. But
he says that when you breathe heavy, you sound like Darth Vader from Star Wars. Before.
Oh, me?
Yeah, when you were breathing heavy. I am your father.
Yeah, we're working. I'm working on the internet connection over here, man, and it's not the greatest, but we can't do much. We can't do much about it right now because we have a piece of shit landlord over here that just you never see him anyway. So it's like try to get in touch with this guy, try to find him. You can't.
Well, he's like a lot.
Maybe the next step I'm gonna wire it. I'm gonna climb outside off the fire escape and wire us directly to the frickin' pole.
He's like a lot of corporate CEOs and other landlords. They're pieces of shit. They're a pile of steaming fecal matter is what they are.
But I don't want to get into politics. I've been staying away from the politics this week. This week was a different thing with this missing girl, man. I've been trying to. It's like I'm playing unsolved mysteries. I put a comment up because just real quick, the media. They got everything on the sites in bits and pieces. And what they're doing wrong is you're putting everything in bits and pieces as it comes. Yeah. You need to write the freaking story the right way. Write it from the beginning, and then you add all the extra things in as they go. You don't tell people one thing, and then you tell them later on another, and then they go, oh, well, that makes a little more sense now, People are so freaking ignorant and stupid, and they always assume the worst possible thing. If I was that guy, okay, say I was with my girlfriend, okay? And God forbid, we were out in the trail somewhere in those dangerous areas because I've been there. It's bad over there, man. You can fall into a hot water, and melt. They never find you.
You met her.
Well, I don't. She's a friend of mine on Facebook, and I'm friends with a few people in her family, and I'm also friends with people on Instagram who are related to Laundry. Okay, because Laundry he had some kind of a designing company in Long Island. Okay, a while back. Now, I don't know these two personally, so I'm not going to say that, but they were festival goers. So I did a lot of huge festivals, you know, back in 2017, in 2018. You know, I did a lot of big festivals out in Long Island. So, you know, it's possible that one of them got my card, or they might have just followed me, because I do a lot of shows on Instagram, you know. I do a lot of shows on Facebook, so the word gets out everywhere. But, you know, when I went to her page today, like, you know, when the cops are doing an investigation, your page automatically is shut down. You can't read nothing. You can't see nothing. You cannot see where she commented on things, you know. So, but my whole theory about this is, if I was in the, you know, in that area with my girlfriend and my girlfriend disappeared, okay, and say you got in an argument and you take time out, you said, okay, because that's how they did it. They take time out. You walk over there, I'll walk over here. How do they know that she didn't wander off somewhere and get fucking lost, or maybe a grizzly bear or a coyote or something in those woods got her? You know what I mean? They don't know shit. So what do people do? They automatically start to accuse and say, he murdered her. He killed her. He killed her. They were saying it since day one. Of course he's going to be scared shit, okay? And of course you would lawyer up, because you know damn well that's exactly what the media is going to say. They're going to go to the worst scenario possible, and they always accuse. That's all they do is accuse. And, you know, it's like they hope for the worst thing possible. But what I feel is, I think these two pulled a Bonnie and Clyde, because after reviewing the case myself and as a songwriter, listening to their songs on Spotify, what the media wrote about those songs and the meaning does not mean what that media wrote. They are fucking completely wrong. They have no clue what they're talking about, okay? In those songs, it states how, you know, the streamers are going to fall from the sky, okay, in the song Knees. The streamers are going to fall from the sky, okay? It also describes a part where she's listening to a song and she's sitting by a river, okay, and how she's going to set up a plan, how they plan to, like, make something up, that somebody's house was burning down in the middle of the woods. They're making something up. So to me, it sounds like a plot, because all of a sudden she disappears. Now he disappears. And they raised over $100,000 already on you know, social media and just donations. They got another page with 65 grand. Their Facebook, everything has gone completely viral. So, you know, what happened was maybe it's nothing of that at all. Maybe she got sick of her mother getting involved with her shit and calling her every day. You know, if you're on a vacation with your man or your wife, you don't want to be hassled by your parents every day and feel like a little kid. So, you know, how do we know that, you know, none of this might have happened? You know what I'm saying? Nothing might have happened at all. And it doesn't matter, because they didn't do nothing wrong if it went this way. If the mother called up and made a report, okay, and she reported her daughter missing, your daughter's 22 years old. You know, she has a life of her own. She's out there. So maybe the mother called up and blew it out of proportion. And how do they know that, you know, this is another thing. How do you know that Brian showed up at the house by himself? Nobody was watching. You're going to listen to their parents that have been lying since day one. You know what I mean? They might have showed up there together, and maybe they disappeared together. You know what I mean? And the whole family's in on it, and they all made money out of this. You know what I mean? It's too crazy, the whole situation about this. Mm-hmm. There's too many falls, okay? Here you got, you know, this was what really got me. Now, hear this out. I know there's people listening, so you listen to this. You really got to be skeptical about all this stuff. So when they had an argument, they went to a store where there was a girl that was working there. That's one of the girls who died, who got shot to death, okay, in that camping area. They were a newly married couple, two women that were shot to death. Now, one of those girls worked at the store where she witnessed Brian and his girlfriend arguing, okay? They had a big argument, and that girl called the cops because she's the one that witnessed it. Guess what? They got pulled over. Brian became the victim. The girl was the suspect, which didn't make any sense because he took no blame at all, and the girl took all the blame. So right there you can see his vindictiveness, okay? You could see it because you know damn well it wouldn't be all her fault. You had to contribute something for the argument to start, okay? So I don't want to hear it. There's two sides to every fucking story, and that's it. But my whole point is, the next day, after that incident, those two girls are dead, okay? How do you know that Brian and Gabby didn't end up in those woods somewhere and go and shoot those two people, okay? And then they planned this all out and said, well, guess what? I'm going to go back to my dad's and I'm going to go help move your stuff into storage. You stay here. Something is weird there, okay? And the cops, the way they're acting on this case is very strange too, because when somebody he's a suspect. He's the last one that saw her. Don't fucking tell me you cannot get a warrant to go and search and talk to him. Don't tell me you can't do that because you seem to speak to everybody else, the FBI. You could find people in Al-Qaeda. You could find people who've done things, okay? Don't tell me you can't find this guy. It's a crock of shit. Somebody's doing something. And I think this was all a meteor explosion. I think this was all for propaganda. I think this was all for the viralness because that was their whole theory, was building a blog. That was her whole life thing. I'm building a blog and I want my blog to go viral. And guess what? In this world today, I'm going to do anything I can to make that fucking blog viral. And guess what? Even if what if they both turned up at the house and said, well, you guys are all idiots because guess what? My girl was somewhere working on her blog in captivity and she shut her phone off because she didn't want to deal with the internet because she's working on her project. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what happens? The mother is getting looked at because you're the one that made the phone call and reported your daughter missing. You know what I mean? Okay, but by this point, it's been a month almost. And still no word, and he's gone all of a sudden. So something don't make sense. People are taking pictures of a bald guy walking down the road in Florida. The guy's got a bandage on his arm, and everybody's going, oh. And the media's saying, that looks like a tattoo. That's no fucking tattoo. I brought it up on my editor, okay? It's a Band-Aid because he had scratches all over his left arm when he got in a, fight with her. He had scratches all over his arm, so he bandaged that up so people can't see it. So maybe it is him, but maybe it's not.
Yeah.
It's a mysterious, twisted story. It's like watching Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, it is. It is like Alfred Hitchcock.
But somebody is hiding something. Yeah, they're hiding something. There's no doubt. You know what I mean?
Good evening, Daryl Messiah.
Hey, whatever,
Yeah, let me just catch up on the commentary. Daryl Messiah from Northern California. Good.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up real bad, James.
Oh, no, I don't know.
I'm sick of my internet.
It could be the internet connections. How do you hear me?
Hey, it sounds like robotic. How do I sound?
Good, perfect. Jordy says if he breathes heavy, he will sound like Darth Vader. Paul, you're awesome. Yeah, he does sound like Darth Vader. Excellent, Paul. I know what you mean. Hey, Raganuth, how you doing, buddy? These feminists are useless. Hold on. Yeah, these feminists are useless. Well, they're as useless as balls on a pope. Say no to marriage. Yeah, because if you get married and if you have one kid, you're screwed. The courts
I don't know. That's not true with everybody. Okay, you cannot label every woman out there. That's wrong. Okay, you cannot do that.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to tell you because there are good women. I got a good woman, so you can't label that. You cannot do that. That's wrong. That's racism to me. Don't be racist.
They can take you to the cleaners if you have one kid. If you have no kids, then that's a different story.
Yeah, they could take, but that's if the family doesn't stay together. Then they can take you to the cleaners, okay? But most of the dads out there, you see a lot of deadbeat dads. But then on the other hand, I'm not going to get in my situation, but then you have mothers where you can support your kid every day and send them money every month and never get to see those children, okay? Because the mother is too fucking, clinged on and you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to get into this right now, but that's enough.
But anyway, let's just have fun. Jordy, the link is in the commentary if you want to come aboard. If anybody wants to come aboard, as long as we keep it relaxed and fun, progressive discussion. It's not racist to not believe in marriage. There is a 50% divorce rate these days, and women initiate 80% of the divorces. Well, you know what happens, unfortunately, in the United States.
Give me 1 second, James. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm not talking about international women who who were raised the old-fashioned way. In the United States, everything starts out real nice. Oh, darling, sweetheart. Oh, love of my life. Ooh, 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 mon amour, mon amour. And then they start complaining about, what do they complain about? Money. Money.
So this guy, so you know, listen, this guy on another comment, because I literally got like 1,075
Ronnie
comments.
Hess trying to bust my
balls. And I played, you know, this guy called me what did he say? He said, you're probably homeless on the street and lying about what you do. I said, well, now that you called me out, I said, I think everybody here needs to go to my page and check out my videos and tell me if I'm lying or not. So not only did he look like a schmuck, but he also brought me about 450 new customers. Okay? Because they've been messaging my phone all day, blowing my shit up. I'm like, look, just go to the website, you know, and you could look on the Northern Lights tie-dye page, on the like page. You could go to Instagram if you want to buy something. Just PM me, because my website's not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? It's taking time because it's a big website. We got all the fashion on there. We got the art gallery going on there. We got all the music stuff going all on one website, because I can't deal with, again, I had it one year where we had 4 websites. It's too much to clean up and too much to deal with. Everything has to be based in one spot where everybody can see everything. You know, if they want to book studio time, they want to buy beats, they want to get things production done, you know, editing done, they want, you know, engineering done on their, you know, their products or their projects, whatever they're working on. All they have to do is go into the site and book a time and pay for it, you know, and they can pay by the hour, whatever package that they want. They book their time because there'll be a schedule up there when they can book it, and that's it. And that's the way I want to work it, because I can't, it's just too much to handle, you know? Right. It literally costs about $5 grand a month to run a big website like that. So it's a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you definitely know what you're doing. Now, Raganuth has some real words of wisdom here. Look at it. How many women know how to cook, clean? How many women are virgins at marriage at a young age? How most women are sleeping with 10 men plus before they marry in their 30s. Da, 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 da.
Well, if you're getting your woman out of America, then you're pretty much, well, I'm going to say you're fucked, because American women are just set in their ways and they really don't give a shit about you. A lot of them are just trying to find a way to get over on it. But then you also have the women overseas that play that game and say, hey, you know, give me your money and I'll come see you.
remember Tony,
you know, my situation, Tony, I'm not going to talk to her about, because I'm in a good situation. I'm not.
You remember Tony Soprano's mother? He says, no. She's a hooah, Tony. She's a hooah. She's a hooah, Tony.
Fucking internet. Yeah, James, I'm going to talk to Metro this week. I think I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to call the corporate, because I'm tired of, I'm spending $160 a month now on this phone plan, and I'm getting garbage, complete garbage, man. And I've been paying this money for an entire year and a half to them at $160 a month, and I didn't get half of what I'm paying for. So, you know, I would love to get the owner of Metro in my hand and just fucking choke him. Seriously.
You're right, Raganuth. You're absolutely right, Raganuth. You hit the nail on the head. The nail on money poisons and contaminates everything in our lives, unfortunately. But anyway, well, you know, it's like a laser beam.
So how do you hear me?
Perfect.
How does it sound to you? Am I breaking up?
No.
Oh, you're
good, I can't hear you for shit, but am I?
No.
Am I breaking up to you?
Nah, everything's fine.
Then it's not my internet. It's everybody else's then. It's nothing to do with mine if I'm not breaking up.
Yeah, I mean, like, for your own sake, when you go live, for your own sake, you should have a good high-speed internet connection. I mean,
because if you're seeing me and you hear me clear, that means on my end is good. If it's breaking up on somebody else's end, that means their end something's going on. Am I right or wrong? What do you say there?
Jordy,
hello, guys.
That's Jordy. Jordy from Scotland.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Jordy from Scotland, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing, my friend?
How's Scotland these days?
It's very rainy. It's not sunny this week.
Very rainy.
Yeah.
Rainy.
I've been to California once
All rain,
before,
huh?
and
No, he's in Brooklyn, New York. He's not in California. I think the farthest west we have is him. BC Beer Reviews in Michigan.
Yeah, from Detroit.
What's up, Rock and Paul?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm going to open this bottle. Cheers to
Superbuck.
UGSP. Yeah, Superbuck.
Superbuck.
Oh, what's that? Super Rock.
No, Super
What is that?
Rock.
Beer or root beer?
Root beer. No, it's a type of beer.
I've actually got my notes here because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a Scotland beer because you can't get that here, right?
No, just Buck beer.
No, that's a Portuguese beer. Portuguese beer.
Oh, Portuguese.
Coming in at 5%.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I remember the story of this bartender that was secretly stirring the women's cocktails with his dick. He went in the back, and they were suspicious of it. They had the camera. They caught him.
I think that's a bunch of baloney.
I guess he wanted to give them an authentic cocktail. I guess.
I got the baby out tonight. The baby of the family.
Hey, here we go. The baby of the family, medicinal herb.
Now I had a little accident the other night, man. It was pretty scary because some of the powder that I use on the dyes, it got on the table and I didn't realize it, and I was dyeing clothing, and it becomes very messy at the time. And I had my big pipe laying on the table, and part of the end of the pipe got into the dust. And I didn't realize it, and I grabbed the fucking pipe and I put it in my mouth, okay? And I took a hit. And then about an hour later, I took a sip of some water, and I felt the fucking burning on my lips, man. I'm like, oh shit, and I tasted it because, there's a mixture, there's a certain solution I make, and there's salt added to it. So, a lot of salt. So I could taste the salt, and I knew what I had in my mouth at that point, and I said, oh shit, you know what I mean? I hope I didn't swallow any because it's really harmful, So I called my scientist friend, and I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, I got some of this in my mouth, man. And, he works with me on the end of, inventing the dyes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he gives me certain chemicals that, react to certain things. So, but basically he goes, mix vinegar, hot water, and milk together and gargle it and then drink it down. He goes, and I promise you, after you do that, it'll be gone. So I did that and it was gone. But, thank God I only got just a very little bit amount. It was like literally like, if you take salt out of a jar, it was like maybe a couple of specks of salt. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy, man. It's dangerous. You know what I mean? And popping tails of. I mean, to get the shit looking like this now, man. I mean, let me see. Hold up. You see this shirt? It's the new one right here.
Yeah, he designed that. One of his many designs.
Yeah, you see that? This is the Rockstar shirts, man. I'm coming out with now.
Yeah.
Black and white. I mean, it's hard to see now because I got the camera faced a different way, but you can kind of see me.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
The great fart doctor.
This one right here got it. This one right here already made me a couple of sales. All right, because of that red right there. You see that red? Where that red is here. Bright. It's all about how bright and vibrant can you get. How bright and vibrant can you get the tie dyes? You know what I mean? Now I have the dye so bright and vibrant that it makes the people that are printing the shit out there, it makes them look like idiots because people are going, no, this stuff is real. This is done by his hands. That shit is printed right there, So, I mean, there's a lot of things I definitely came up with some new inventions.
The fart doctor is.
I invented a couple of new things this week, man.
The fart doctor is here. The gastroenterologist, Newtown, Manhattan. Paul Northern Lights tie dye. He designs and makes these garments tie dye, all different. It's like abstract art. He makes tons of different designs. and he writes music, and he has a studio, and he plays electric guitar. He was a pretty famous rock band one time.
James, that reminds me of a film called The Pianist or Pianist or something.
Yeah, well, that's a keyboard. He can go piano or yeah. Fart Doctor likes your black.
There you go. There's a little something for now. We got the guitars here too. I got the guitar here now too. You know.
There's a link.
Everything's all nicely set up.
There's a link in the marquee for Paul's company
right now. So.
Towards the end, the Northern Lights Tide
guitar
company, and he's got the.
James got the drums. Paul got the guitar, man. You guys got the fucking band right here. Me and BC are your audience.
Yeah, every instrument you can imagine in here, man. Except for if we don't have a drum set right now. We should have one.
It's like
you can hear that good, the guitar?
Oh, now I do. Not aware of it. Yeah, I wouldn't fly. Boeing gets in a lot of accidents.
Yeah, people like when I come online and I shred the shit out of the guitar for them. I don't, you know, it's not all about, try to tell these kids it's not about speed, man. You know, they think it's. I was doing that shit when I was 14 years old. You know what I mean? It's about feeling, you know.
I didn't do the show, White Doctor. I
Oh yeah, rock it out, man. All right, here we go. For now, just a little something, something. Then we jump on the piano. I did another show the other night. They wanted me on the, yeah, do some blues. I'm like, oh, God, you know, it's simple.
They all love you.
Thank you.
They all love you, man. The fart
Let's get
doctor,
this show
everybody.
going, man. Let's get some subscribers on this show. You know what I'm saying? We get some people from Scotland, Ward. You know, you got to get people around the world. You build the channel up. You know what I'm saying?
You got a talent, my man. That's fucking
But
brilliant.
if listen, then we can plan something. Maybe me and my girlfriend, we're gonna go into the woods, okay? And then James is gonna go. I haven't heard from Paul in a week. So you file a missing person report. The next thing we're going to be viral all over the news. You know what I'm saying? You know, what is so special about it, though? Can I ask you, let me ask everybody a question. Let's get real here. There are kids missing all over the world. There are little children missing. What is so special about this couple that it went so damn viral? I don't get it. You know why? Because the boyfriend's family has police officers that work in Long Island that are his family members. There you go. Everybody's covering something a little bit up somewhere, you know. They knew what they were doing. They get paid right now, man. You know, come on. You got 60 million views on a YouTube channel. Good Morning America calling you up. They're paying you to go on those shows, okay? You don't go on those shows for free. You know, they pay anywhere from 10 to 25 grand.
They're rich, so that means they're bored. They have nothing better to do than to cause drama and get attention. They're desperate for attention. Attention whores. She's a whore. She's a whore.
Attention horse.
I went off. My internet keeps dropping. It just continuous keeps on dropping and dropping.
Like egg.
So I'm not too happy. I'm gonna have to go over there and stick my foot. I'm gonna go put a foot in his fucking ass tomorrow, man. Tell you.
What happened? You got another. Hold on. Let me get this. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. You're back.
Well, what happened? My internet dropped again. So tomorrow, I think, you know, we're gonna go down there and put my foot up the guy's ass because, you know, he sat there telling me that it's not their company. Well, I'm going to say, look, you know, I go live almost, you know, 3 times a week. I did a show the other night that had 1 million viewers, okay? And that was through a Breaking Benjamin show. I just did a little cut with those guys. And, you know, it was about their new Paula root beer because they got a new root beer out. That's why I said, is that root beer? So they got a root beer that's selling off the chain, you know, the band, the Breaking Benjamin band. So I'm involved with helping them promoting that. So, you know, my internet kept on dropping. And, you know, Benjamin came out and he said, listen, he goes, you know what? You need to contact Metro because this is bullshit. He goes, it's not, he said, it's your internet. He goes, it's dropping every like 5 or 10 seconds. He said, that is bullshit. He goes, you need to tell them something. He goes, would you like us to jump in? I said, yeah, because you know what? If you jump in with the name that you have, forget about it. This band is platinum artists right now. They're on the top of the charts, you know, and let them fucking say something. Listen, you know, we're trying to do talk shows and stuff with Paul, and in the meantime, you know, he's paying Metro and not getting the service he's paying for. It's a crock of shit, man. You know, I'm done with it. I can't take it no more. I'm tired of spending money and not getting what I paid for. When I spend money on my musical equipment, I'm getting what the hell I paid for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I expect out of a company. If you're buying a T-shirt from me, and I'm telling you, when you buy this shirt, okay, what's your name from Scotland again?
Jordy.
What's his name?
Jordy.
Okay. Well, I guarantee you that the product is not going to wash out any dye. It will never fade away. It's not going to wash out ever. You could have it in 20 years looking the same way it does right now. Okay? If I'm guaranteeing that to you and I send you that product and you spend $200, say you spend $200 on a nice jacket, okay? You're buying that jacket. You're expecting my word that I gave you to be guaranteed and a promising word. So that's how I look at companies. If you're going to sell me something, then you better be selling me something that I'm paying for. You know what I mean? If I'm spending money, then I expect to get what the fuck I'm paying for, or even better. You know what I mean? So I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of like watching China make money. You know, you buy something from China, a week later the shit breaks. You know what I'm saying? They're selling the garbage, man. You know, it's like our country, people support everybody else, but they don't support the American businesses. Well, you know, they go like this, boom, boom, and they kick us to the curb, man.
Now, Paul has multitudes of designs. This is only like not even the tip of the iceberg. I'm hearing my voice. Now, Fart Doctor went to a Korean barbecue. Now, I love Korean barbecue. And I have this Korean stovetop Korean barbecue pan. I mean, grill pan. I love it. My voice is coming, playing back at me. It doesn't scratch.
Is that me?
It doesn't scratch. It doesn't chip. I had it for several years, and it's just as good as new. If I put no oil on it at all, and I put chicken, pork chops, whatever, nothing sticks. Nothing ever sticks. And
I'm gonna move my phone, James. So just stay there. I'm gonna see if I get better reception if I have this shit over here somewhere because, yeah.
I got it at H Mart.
We're gonna just
supermarket.
I'm sorry.
point it here.
Can you say that again because
Chain of Korea cost me one of the best $20 I ever spent. Now I got I'm going to be doing a show at 3 p.m. tomorrow with BC Beer Reviews. It's going to be called Keto Kings Beer and Barbecue Banter, and it's going to be cooking and barbecuing and stuff like that for those that are interested. Black light tie dye. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's got a lot of products that glow in the dark.
Okay, let's see if we got something here.
You can see everything on his Facebook page there. Until he gets his, until he gets
Phone is just not.
Amazon store up and running.
Hold on a minute, James. Give me a moment. I'm trying to work on this, but.
So how's that?
I got the best equipment in the world and the shittiest fucking phone you can imagine.
Yeah, you definitely, by law, he's supposed to allow all companies to come up.
Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, Fart Doctor likes that black and white design.
This phone is just not a good thing.
Now you
right,
look
we're gonna go this way, James.
Now you look like Johnny Depp from Pirates.
Like what?
You look like Johnny Depp from Pirates. He'll be back. So,
but if I had long hair,
you tell
I would
me.
look also porn.
It was disgusting when my friend when Ronald Terrio picked me up and we drove all over New York. All I saw was graffiti everywhere, even on like delivery vans. To me it's vandalism. It's not artwork. It's a vandalism of public and private property. It's horrible. Nah, he here he goes. He's back. What do you want? Music nonstop? You're like the person that told me, what are you're still in the same sushi restaurant? This guy wants music nonstop.
I've met that before.
It's Jambaloni. That's Ronnie. Yes, remember you guys were running the show last Saturday. You and Ronnie, yes. No more music. No more music.
I got no volume now.
Ronnie S. Join the chat.
No more music. Fart Doctor calls this a didgeridoo. It's really more like a didgeridoo.
I'll be right back, James. I don't know what's going on here.
Is this something I said? What happened to Ron? What happened?
I said? What? Did you do?
Something I said? Shut up. This guy. What the hell happened to Eric Fraunfelter and his acoustical guitar? He's telling me, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna play with you guys. I'm gonna be there. He doesn't show up. He's probably on a show with the Booze Hounds, drunk out of his mind.
We want rocket power. There's Tina Turner.
I told Paul to get like Verizon Fios or Spectrum. I have Spectrum.
Yeah.
And he's telling me that the guy who owns the apartment building won't allow any other cable company to come in. But that's bullshit, because the executive order that was one of the executive orders that was signed by Joe Biden says that he encouraged competition, which means that any cable and internet provider can come into any building. We're talking about the
Yeah. I know. You don't have to brief me. I already know where you're at. So I think what I'm going to do is, look, all your people that are on the show, you're all witnessing what's going on with my internet now. So here's what I'm going to do. I mean, even though you're in Scotland, it don't matter. I can get statements and email from each and every one of you who are witnessing what's going on with my internet right now. And look, this is how I make my money. Okay. And if I'm paying money every month out to an internet service, okay, it doesn't matter whether the building, I can get whatever here. Okay. That's a different story. But if I'm paying a company, money, 150, 160 bucks a month is a lot of money for a phone. Okay. And a lot of money to have internet service. And I'm paying top dollar to have the best that they have. Okay. And I'm getting dropped out every like 5 minutes, man. My internet's dropping, it breaks up, my volume goes off. I'm about tired of it at this point. So here's what I'm gonna do. And I want the fart doctor to listen. I'll give you my email. I want each and every one of you to write a statement, okay, of what you see going on here tonight. And guess what? I'm gonna lie like a motherfucker to them. I'm gonna say, look, James wanted to pay me to be on the show, but I can't make money because guess what? Or this guy wants to pay me, but I can't make money. So you're stopping me from making money because of your shitty fucking internet sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll make a
And you know what? When you call a company out and people start emailing that company, that's when it happens. When people bunch up together. If you're by yourself and you go to them, they go like this: "Fuck you." Fuck you. Oh, then you can get this service, and this service is even better for $10 more. Take your $10 and shove it right up your ass. You know what I mean? It's time people got to start fighting back again. You got to fight back against these companies, man.
You see what fart doctor says. They can't force you to use one provider.
Yeah, they are though, and they are doing it here at this building, and we have tried. I called every other company, Spectrum, and they go, sorry, but we can't service your area. We cannot service your building. But the building across the street, every other building around here, it looks beautiful. This landlord's a cocksucker, man, and I want to take him down because he's a Hasidic Jew and he don't give a fuck about nobody, man. If the only way he'll repair or fix anything is you have to call 311. You got to call the authorities and report it. Otherwise, you can ride in an elevator that can possibly shut down on you. You got old people living here. If they get stuck in that elevator in this heat, forget it. You're dead.
5 times.
It's too much.
5 times you cut out. Fart doctor.
Exactly.
Fart doctor. Oh, could you change this? I don't hear my voice. I don't hear my voice. Play back at me. I hear my voice. Coming back at me. Like whatever I say, I'm hearing.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm even going to do this right here so I can even show these cocksuckers down at the store tomorrow. Here's what we're going to do. We got everything set up here.
Hello.
You know what I mean? We can record everything you guys are saying. So, I want to get what the doctor just said there. Maybe on my camera here. So let's get this.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it sounds like a robot.
No, I'm not talking. I'm playing, and I still hear my voice echo back. Playing the jaw harp.
So here we are on the internet, and basically these are the this is the live stream show here, and I'm showing Metro straight out, that My internet has cut out 5 times. I'm paying over $160 a month for this internet, and I'm getting shitty internet for the past year and a half, and I'm tired of it. So if I don't get my money back, I'm not only going to make this viral and cause Metro to sink into the ground, but I want my money back as well for the year and a half of service that I'm getting like this, because I'm losing money like crazy every day because of this. Every day. And what do you got to say about that, James?
It's against federal law. Because of.
Well, no, this is a different company. We're talking about Metro. This has nothing to do with the internet in the building.
Okay. Metro PCS doesn't have a reputation for quality and high speed and technology. Let's put it that way.
And they're telling me I can run 15 computers on this hotspot. You know what? I can't run one because I'm on one right now and I can't run nothing. Okay? 15 computers, you can't even run one. You can't even load anything. You know, it's insane. So, yeah, they're going to see this video tomorrow. I see what the fart doctor said, you know, and I see what everybody else said there. So we're going to make sure. Yeah, we're going to take. Yeah, we're going to take Metro PCS to the bank, man. Right? We're going to cancel their asses.
Yeah. Record this. Ronnie S. says Metro piece of shit.
Exactly. Metro piece of shit. And there you go. That works perfect. Because they're lying. They lie to their customers. They put everybody on one line, and they tell you you're on your own line when you're not. For $160 a month, I better have my own damn fucking line. You know what I mean? I don't have no line. I'm on 200 people's lines.
Jeff Bezos has a head that looks like a dildo. Ragged. It's a dildo head.
All right, I got that. Thank you. So.
Here we go. Fart Doctor. Rock and Paul stated his internet was cut out multiple times during the stream. That's right.
Hey, thank you, man. That's good. We'll give him my email so everybody can email and write what they felt in their opinion of the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And I'll go after Metro PCS, and we'll talk business on the side.
and Nina Yordi from Rhode Island says testicle fire.
Testicle fire. Who is that? Nina Yardi? Okay.
Yeah, from Rhode Island.
Testicle fire. Testicle fire.
Make sure you guys testicle fire. Rock and Paul man. Better than this.
That's right. We'll get it taken care of. You know that. You know.
I'll take the stand. Yeah. What are you gonna put? You're gonna do a curly from He picks up the chairs. What do you want?
Hey, let's see. She's still on the show. I'll show the lady some of the tank top time.
Yeah, Nina's here. Oh, Fart Doctor. Yeah. Remember, the Ask Man license plate.
Yeah, check these out. These are the raceback tanks, Nina. You see those? All hand done.
Let me give them
These are the raceback dress tanks. So that one's fully dyed up. Gonna move the light a little bit so it doesn't reflect off of anything, so you can actually see it. So this is another one. This is another design here. And then I got this one here that my wife picked the colors on this, and she said try these colors together, and it came out gorgeous. So good color combination, Then you got this one here. This is a weird looking one. I just experimented with something, and I don't know, These are some of the newer products here I'm coming out with all week. I got to make a whole bunch of these. Christmas is coming. You're gonna need like 1,000 of these at least. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Man. Got the dress line. It's gonna start again. I got the women's dress line coming out. This week we're gonna drop a few more dresses. So. But I'm the only one in the world that actually tie-dyes leather, you know, I tie-dye leather, I tie-dye silk, I tie-dye suede, I tie-dye, you know, vintage velvet, So, you know, you can't really get vintage velvet with a design pattern over it. I don't know if anybody knows that, but, you know, it's very complicated. You can't find it because they can't print on it, you know? So, yeah, I do what I do. That's it. That's the story, and that's how it is. Oh, you could rock it, huh?
Now you're gonna. Could you make a mustard yellow tie-dye so it matches her dresser in her apartment?
Yeah. A yellow mustard, of course.
She's got a mustard furniture. You know, like
Yeah, I can make. I have every single color in the book. I create my own dye here. You know. let me show you guys another. This is you're gonna die when you see this. Okay.
You're gonna tie-dye when you see it.
No, you're gonna die when you're gonna freak out. Let me explain it to you first. What we got going on here. So I have another partner who I have another company called Toxic Candy, which is the Toxic Candy line collection, and I also own a company called Triple X Tie Dyes, and I did that, you know, a while back when I first started. But what happened was I had to take that one off the market because I was dealing with little kids, and I didn't want them to try to put two and two together and say, "Oh, you're a pervert. Oh, you're making this." No, I was doing it to make money because we all know in the world that sex sells. Period. Okay, you put a girl in a dress, you put her online. You know, the men want to buy the women want to buy the dress. So, you know, but basically I got into this other thing, and this my seamstress, Denise Washington, she's involved in it now. So she's basically doing all right, it looks like I froze up here, but I don't know what happened.
No, you're moving.
Okay, well, in my picture I froze up. But anyway,
You moving.
so okay, but so basically she's making chocolate candies, and I'm not gonna say, you know, you can pretty much picture it in your head what she's making. But look at this tie-dye here. Can you see that?
Yep.
What do you see there? What does that look like to you?
Looks like a head of a alien or a person.
That's not what my wife said.
Oh, it looks like a schlong.
No, man. No, that's not a schlong, man. What are you talking about? You don't see that?
Oh, a vagina.
Do you see? Yeah, do you see the legs? Look at the legs.
Oh, it looks like a vagina. Yeah.
And you see the legs up here? Her legs are spread.
Now, look what Fart Doctor said.
So,
look what he said.
What did he say? Because I can't. I'm froze up, James. I don't know why.
Fart Doctor says, amen to that.
Okay, here we go.
You need hot models to sell the merchandise. He's got a line. He's got a entourage of models.
Yeah.
He has an entourage of models.
Well, that's not true because when the pandemic started, all my good models moved. Some of them went back to Belize. You know, I have models from all over the world. You know, I have Miss Africa USA. You know, right now she's in the Hamptons, but I don't know. You know, she's been she wants me to come down to the Hamptons and go on some big TV show with her, you know, about fashion. But the whole thing is they want me to have the jab, and I refuse to take the jab right now. So, you know, and it's not paid. It's not paid anyway, but, you know, it can definitely take the tie-dyes to the next. But it doesn't matter because I have my buddy Mike, who is the journalist for NBC, okay? The main journalist for NBC News right next door in the next building, dying to take video. And he said, I'll tell you what I'll do for you. He goes, we'll do a whole video segment of your motorcycle glowing. He goes, your clothing, I'll come up there. We'll do a whole showcase. He goes, and I'll write a story up about you. And we'll get you, he goes, because he works with the Daily News and everybody, you know. He said, and we'll put your story out. And we'll start building American small businesses. So by him doing that for me, do you know what it costs to have a company come in and film like that? I mean, you're talking $100 grand easy to do. You know, that's what he can charge me, but he's doing it out of the good faith of his heart because he loves the way my designs look, and he knows, he always sees me working. Every day he sees me, I got dye on my hands, you know, he's like, hey, what's up, Paul? You know, so, hey, I'm going to take that option because that's something that's going to take it off again. You know, he already said, you're famous for what you've done already. I said, yeah, but the hell with the fame. It's about this. It's not about the fame. Anybody can get famous these days. You know, I tell you how you can get famous. If the fart doctor's on, he knows. All you got to do is go to New York City and get naked and stand on top of a building and go, I'm Joe Biden. You know, do something crazy, and the next day you're all over the news. There you go. You're famous. You know, and in jail and famous, but you'll be out the next day because there's no bail anymore. So you can go murder somebody and you're out the next day and that's it. You see, that's how sick this world is. But let's not get into politics because everything always leads right into politics. But I don't call those things. I don't call it politics. I call this things real life, everyday, you know, activities, everyday experiences. You're going to experience this every single day of your life. Not everything has to do with politics, you know. People just label it. Oh, that's politics. Let's not talk about that because, you know, but we don't want to talk about it. This is a good show. So the last one was a little crazy because I got cuckoo.
Hold on. Curtis Lewa for mayor of New York.
Oh, yeah. James is going to run for the new mayor of New Jersey.
No, he's talking about Curtis Lewa is the only person who can clean up New York.
You're right. You're right. Because de Blasio and his wife, they really screwed it up, man. They dirtied that. These two, I don't know what to call them. They're the real Bonnie and Clyde, man. You know, where's all those millions? Where's all that money, man? You know, nobody knows where the money is. And why isn't the government?
You saw that video of two guys raping that girl.
Oh, yeah.
With the traffic going by and there's no cops showing up.
Yep.
Right on the street by the curb.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
So check this out real quick. Let's get away from the politics. So I got this this right here. They call this baby right here the golden nugget.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is very expensive right here, man. And yeah, I just got the mic preamps for this specific mic. And man, let me tell you, I mean, the mic I'm using now is, you know, it's amazing. Right now I have a preamp, a mic preamp running a Neumann, the UB40 Gold Platinum. That's the sound that's coming, that's the preamp I'm using. So it basically, my mic can be any mic in the world because I bought the entire Mercury Wave bundle, which is like 15 grand. You know what I mean? And they gave me a pretty good deal. You know what I'm saying? Because not only am I gonna enhance their product, but well, not enhance it, but I'm going to talk about their product, and you know, it's kind of an endorsement deal, but it's not a full deal, you know, because I'm not out there doing concerts right now, so it's kind of, it makes it difficult for people to endorse me. But I'm going like this. Listen, if I'm going live with your product and I'm talking about your product, okay, I'm already a celebrity in the business. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the music business. You know, I'm locked in there. I said, listen, if I'm going live on the internet with your stuff, it's the same thing as me going live in concert. So I'm not going to talk about your instrument until you start endorsing me again. That damn simple. You know what I mean? You're making money and I'm not, because I'm sitting here talking about, you know, these guys endorse me. So I have a deal going on with them starting next month. And I can't mention the name yet, but this thing right here.
That's a beauty.
Oh man, let me tell you. 24 karat gold. Okay? 24 karat. The whole thing, it's not plated. Even the mic diaphragm inside has got a 24 karat gold diaphragm in there. It's forget about it, man. This mic, I can't wait.
That's really super sensitive.
Well, this particular one, they're all super sensitive. You could drop a pin in the next room and you can hear it. But the mic I'm on now, somebody could be downstairs outside 6 stories down, okay? And if it's quiet and I got the mic turned up just a little bit, because I bought a system that basically, see, let's go, we'll explain some recording things here, okay? When you're recording, most studios have a vocal booth and it's closed in. And the vocal booth is completely sounded dead. So when you speak into the mic, you have no echo, no nothing. But I kind of don't like that because I kind of feel like you're deadening the acoustics of the room. You know, I want to get the acoustics in the room to get that natural sound, that natural echo, the natural, you know, treble that you're hearing out of your real voice. So basically what's going on right now, here, I can demonstrate it, okay? You can hear my mic loud and clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now watch this. So I'm gonna set something. It's called gate. Okay, and what people always say, what does gate mean? Okay, gate. Basically, it's a gate. Okay, so say here's my microphone here. So you know, if you gotta watch, you gotta look because you can't look away. I have to because it's showing you. So here's my microphone. Now, I want to keep out if my wife is over here watching TV or somebody is behind me talking or there's some kind of noise behind me. I can set up a round circle around this microphone and gate everything out from this point on, okay? Now you cannot hear me on my mic. You can only hear my natural voice. But the closer I get into my mic, watch. Hello, 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 hello. Because what it's doing is when you're singing into a track, sometimes when you're on the mic, a lot of people will draw back. They move around. And the sound is never steady. So when I'm singing, if I'm going to go into a heavy high note, and if I sing that, hey, you know what I mean? I'm right on the mic, and now my levels are hitting red. Because this is, you know, I got one track set for a soft voice, but now it has complete control because now when I back up, if I back up off my mic, the mic is going to be, there's a gate in front of this mic, like a film in front of it. So basically, I come back here, if I'm singing, I don't know, just the way you are. You see how the sound dies out? So that kind of helps the recording because it saves you from having to do all that editing and having to level your voice out through the whole song to be exactly the same volume. Okay, so here's the demonstration. Watch this. I'm going to set the gate on this now. All right, so let's see. We're going to go to the gate. And now I'm going to take the gate off. All right, let me do this real quick. Okay, now I remove the gate. All right, so watch this. The gate is gone, so you can still hear me on my mic, no matter what. You know what I mean? And you're gonna hear me. Oh, let's get this. Yeah, we gotta stop that. But you're gonna hear me no matter how far I go back. You see, that's another thing. If you hear the feedback, it also controls the feedback as well. So you know now. You're going to hear it everywhere in the room, but I can cut everything out. I can literally make this mic where I can gate it just right here in my face, and you won't hear anything back here. So it's basically, I love it. So here, watch. Now I got the gate turned completely up, and you can only hear me a little bit. You see that? So now let's cut the gate back down. All right, so we're going to go halfway. So now you can really hear me, but now you can't really hear me. Hear me? Hear me. No mic. Right. The gate, it's gone. So that's why I love this thing, because now I can set my mic to where I want, and I don't need a vocal booth, you know? So technology is amazing, man. It's like, see now, you can hear me on the mic because I set the gate up in a certain way where you can hear me. I can sit back and relax and talk to you, and it sounds clean. So people don't understand that, how important that is, because when you're in the studio, I got my screen, a really expensive screen, you know, that doesn't cut out nothing. But like I said, if she's in the background, or if there's a train going by, because remember, we live in the city area, the train's right there, it's loud, people beep their horns. If you're recording a track and you got a really good track, man, yeah, I could take all that stuff out of there. I can remove any background sound, it don't matter, but it's work. Hours and hours of noise reduction and having to, you know, go through settings to take that noise reduction down, you know. Who wants to deal with that? Plus, it also can mess up your track because it interacts with everything else and it clashes, you know. It can mess you up. You hear a horn in the back, you might go off key, you know, but I can fix that too, but still.
That's why the studio is so important.
Well, it's important to have the right, yeah, you know, you can buy cheap equipment, but you're going to get what you pay for. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like I say this, okay, the software is very important to what you have, okay? Because software remember, there's different softwares out there that suck, and there's softwares out there that are amazing. You know, and I use 3 different softwares right now. I'm using Ableton Light. I got 11, but I mainly use Presonus, the professional version 5. I have everything. I got the boards for it, you know. I got over 100 tracks. I got 65 inputs, you know what I mean? I got, I think, 40 outputs, you know what I mean? I got everything I need to do whatever I need. I could record a church choir in here if I wanted to, you know? But there's reasons why I purchased the mic I'm using. And this one is an Audio Technica. And this is the 990. You know, this one's the gold model. And this one was the best one that they made. And the vocals, when I send my tracks to people, they say, man, your vocals are so clean. They're so clean, you don't hear anything. I said, because the mic, and it's the way I set up my gate, you know?
Right.
I mean, but that's the logistics of that. But then we get into instruments. It doesn't matter, you know, the instrument does matter because it's all about the pickups that they're using and the sound, you know, the electronics that are being used in the guitar or the keyboard. But a real musician could jump on any instrument, no matter what kind of instrument it is, and be able to play that instrument and make it sound, you know, amazing. It doesn't matter. We went through that last week with the little, you know, the first guitar I had that, you know, when I hit rock bottom for a little while, I didn't have everything, you know. So, you know, a lot of people feel in different ways when it comes time to music, you know what I mean? But when it comes time to guitars, I have a certain preference. I love Jackson guitars, you know. I like Les Pauls as well, but, you know, Les Paul I think is way overrated. You know, it's just a name. Yeah, they sound beautiful, but, you know, there's certain sound tones you're not going to get out of that you get out of a Jackson. You know, I don't know. I just, that's my preference. So I've used probably every damn guitar out there, you know what I mean? I've gone through all kinds of guitars. So I owned a Gretsch when I was younger, a beautiful Gretsch. I sold it for like $7 grand, you know, 10 years ago. And it wasn't fitting my style, you know what I mean? It was more fit a 50s style. So, you know, the doo-wop days. I mean, yeah, then I got another mic that I don't like. I don't like this mic because, you know, my wife likes this mic. This one here, I don't know, she kind of likes it, but and then this one came with the studio. You see, James?
Oh, okay.
Hey, James.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
But this one came with it. I mean, this is a cheaper version mic. It's probably like a $750 mic, but it's cheap to me. I mean, this mic, I mean, basically it's for backup singers, you know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe an overhead mic that I would set up as an overhead to record just the background of if anybody's singing and I want to capture certain tones, this is the mic I would use. You know what I mean? So I have literally 4 microphones now. And, you know, when I start recording the vocals seriously and I'm going to drop the real tracks down and not the guide tracks, when we're going to just do the vocal tracking day, every one of these mics are going to be set up and live because I want to get all the different tones of the vocal, you know what I mean? If the mic is sitting over here on the side of me, that mic is going to catch a different tone from my throat, you know what I'm saying? This mic is catching another tone. The other mic on this side is catching another tone. And then I'm going to record the track a few different times, you know, and then when I'm ready to mix, I'm going to go through each individual track and I'm going to take the best, you know, sounding parts out and put them together, you know, or vice versa. Sometimes we do it that way for certain songs. It depends. Everything depends, man. You know, everything's just all depends. I got 3 keyboards, you know, I'm using, this is my favorite down here, the M Audio, but I can't show it because the way the camera's set up, but you know, and then I have another one I paid almost $3 grand for that, you know, the minute I bought it a week later, the MIDI key went out on it. So I can't play the D and I can't play a B. And I try to get these bastards to take the friggin' instrument back and repair it. They never, it's like, you know, nectar. They're bullshit, man. So, well, you know, whatever.
Eric just told me he doesn't remember that he wanted to be on the show. He doesn't remember anything.
Where is he?
He doesn't remember that he said he wanted to be on the show.
I don't understand. Whatever, man. He drank too much, maybe. You're froze up. I'm froze up. I don't know. Like,
No, you're still moving.
I know, but on my end, I'm not moving. I don't know why.
What a piece of shit company there. I swear.
Yeah, man. It's just like, you know, this is pathetic to me. I'm working on that right there for it's a classical piece I wrote like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I put it online. I played it on a grand piano in the house in Pennsylvania. I think you remember that. That thing got like 7,000 views, man.
Yeah.
And you know, it's floating around. I don't really promote it. I just put it out. You know what I mean? I don't have time to sit there, you know, online and promoting like that, you know. But that was one, and I literally, we have like 30 songs right now in the making, you know what I mean? So for the whole year and a half, what I've been doing is, I know she's got to be wondering, like, what is he doing? Why isn't he finishing up these songs? Because to me, if you stick on one song, you get a block, and then that song can end up coming out the way you don't want it. So what I do is I'll record what I have on that song, a great melody, and if I can't come up with the next part, I hop onto the next song and start working on that one. So you don't get stuck on one thing, you know? So now all the songs are almost written, and they all, you know, I sent it to, I sent a couple off to Jeff Francel, you know, and you can look him up. This guy is platinum all the way. He's written for Frank Sinatra, Rihanna. He wrote for NSYNC, for Justin Bieber, for Little Romeo. He's written for everybody out there. He's like in his 70s, you know, and he's a platinum artist. And I sent him 2 of the tracks because he's a pianist. I sent him 2 of the tracks, and he goes, man, you never went for lessons for piano? He said, man, you can play, man. He goes, he's a professor at Berklee School of Music. He's also working with the Yamaha Orchestra, you know what I'm saying? So right. Now I'm under contract with him, you know, and I'm working with him, and we're putting an album together. So he's basically going to be a co-writer on the album. And not only, you know, I'm not greedy. So it's kind of like I'm putting the song in your hands, and I'm having you put the parts in that, you know, I can't create, because everybody's different. So when you have people working in collaboration, you can come up with serious hit songs, you know what I mean? Because you need to have the extra input, you know what I mean? Sometimes I might not hear something that he can hear. And, you know, he's more professional when it comes time to real orchestration, because he conducts. So you get the Yamaha Orchestra on one of these songs, and we're going to really have a hit, you know? So I'm working on, like, you know, a bunch of different projects. You know, I got a bunch of different things going on. Two female vocalists. I'm working with, you know, Siobhan, that was the Olympic star. And, you know, she was on AGT. They fell in love with her. She's coming back out. You know, she's got people like Clive Davis and Simon Cadwell and all those people behind her. And I'm the producer for her new track that's going to be on America's Got Talent next year. So wow. I'm the one, I'm under contract. I'm the new producer with Jeff Francel and Maria Cristina, who is Celine Dion. She wrote all those songs for her, Titanic. I'm working with her. I got Chad Ziegler. That's my drummer, you know, one of my, you know, the drummer that I've been working with for a long time. You know, I don't like saying my drummer because he's not mine. You know what I mean? When people say that, so I try to cut myself off at that point. But he's the drummer that's going to be on this album here, and he also shares a copyright percentage, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm putting something together as a team with all pros, because this album has to be the big hit for me because, you know, the last one hit number 3, you know, the one song, but I need this one to really kick it off. And yeah, it's going to take, it's a 2-year project. You know what I mean? It's 2 years to get the album done correctly. And by the time I release it, it'll be next summer. I wanted to release something this summer, but I decided, you know what, why do that? I'm going to wait because I'm releasing a 12-song album. You know what I mean? With all big star musicians. Like, you know, I'm going to possibly, maybe I have Barry B, who was Prince's sax player, you know, a good friend of mine. I'm going to definitely have George Clinton and Bootsy Collins, you know, come in and do a bass line on one of the tracks. You know, so it's all the people that I've gathered in my lifetime when I was on tour with Billy and other people. I've taken everybody's contacts and I said, okay, now I have a complete library of every contact that you can imagine in the business. I mean, I got the bigger stars than you can, you know, because I toured out there. So I collected that information. I said, one day I'm going to want to use all these contacts. So now I'm going through my contacts and I'm contacting these people. I'm saying, look, I got a song like when Michael Jackson and all those, the whole world got together, you know, all the big artists, we are the world. I got a rock song like that, you know, that has a rap version in it that we're going to have a real church choir behind. And the name of the song is called Follow Me. So, you know, that's the song I'm really working on right now. And I got major musicians coming on this. I mean,
all right, Eric,
yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Eric sent a message here. I'm not here, but play the Mixolydian, and then and then create a chord progression based on both.
Okay.
All right.
So what is he asking, basically? Is he a musician? I mean...
No, he's the guy that was on with the acoustic guitar last Saturday.
Oh, okay. All right, I did a little more of him there. Some 13th chords, some diminished, you know, but I can chord progression everything together. I mean, I love being called out, though.
Well, yeah, I told
No.
the guys.
I want to call him out because this is what
Eric says.
Here's what I want him to do.
Eric says he'll play the guitar right now. I like matcha tea, Funk Doctor. Japanese matcha green tea. It has to be my favorite. Chai teas are decent. I think matcha, good matcha.
All right, I'm going to do something for you guys real quick on guitar, though. Let me set it up. I'll play over this track that I have here, okay? I'm gonna show him, you know, some shit real quick.
I don't. Yeah, he wanted to play. I said, well, you told me you wanted to be on the show.
Yeah, man. I mean, what happened?
Yeah, he
All right,
says,
so
I'll
here.
play it. I'll play it. He says, I'll play the guitar right now. I said, well, come on the show.
All right, well, here we go. All right. Hold on. Let's just turn this up here. This is the piano part that this is the piano song I'm working on now.
Bravo.
Yeah. I do got to set the sounds up because I noticed that sometimes there's a lot of treble coming out. But, you know, when you're recording guitars, it's based on how much treble you're using too. So, you know, But we'll set that up. You know, I'm gonna get everything. I got somebody coming over. Hopefully he comes this week to wire everything up from my internet into the board. You know, so that everything that's going into the board is coming out of the board into the computer. You know what I mean? So you're getting that complete, clear quality sound with no interruptions, no bullshit. You know, because like this, the way I have it set up is I'm using my phone, and everything is going into the phone microphone, which is not bad sound, but in order to get that quality bass sound that I want and that streaming live sound, we have to run it. Everything's got to run through the boards, you know, everything. I also got the channel switcher. I don't even know how to hook this shit up because I'm not, you know, I know a lot about video, but not wiring the video. You know what I mean? So in order to have a camera here, I want a camera here. I want one above me and one on the side so we can capture all around, you know? So that's the way I'm really trying to have it set up. And I do have all the equipment for this. You know what I mean? I have what I need right here. I bought it all. So I don't even want to tell you, I was looking at some of the books the other day of what I invested in this past year, 2 years, what's been invested. And I'm going to tell you, man, yeah, it's up there, bro. You know, but I mean, I had to dig into some of the, you know, some savings there a while back. So in order to complete what I needed to with the studio, so it's like.
So when the studio is available, you have all the equipment to just move right in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I kind of, what I'm going to do is this is my own personal recording studio, and it's very, you know, it's like people would say, well, don't say it's professional because you're not in a professional building. I said, the fuck with your professional building, okay? It's not about the building, it's about the equipment, you idiots. I'm like, you know, I've had studios in my house my whole life. I've done major recordings in the studio in my house. I did major recordings with Billy Preston in his own studio in his house, and Ray Charles there. So, you know, that's all bullshit. It's professional of what you have around you, okay? It doesn't matter where I'm recording it. My sound quality is going to come out better than some of them recording studios. It's about the engineer behind the work and who's working on that project. And I'm not the only engineer. I got 2 other engineers working on this album that we're going to be coming out with, including, you know, with Chad, we're going to be discussing this, you know, his engineers working on the drum engineering, you know, because you should have a drum engineer to mix the drum tracks. That's how I want it. I want the professionals mixing this, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm professional, but I'm going to take it to a certain level where I'm going to record the track, add everybody in it, edit out whatever I can edit out, you know, just all the noise and taking the reduction down and taking things out that shouldn't be there, you know, like the air. And then I'm going to, well, that's what they do, but I'm going to just edit to a point where this is where I want the song. This is what we all agreed on. Now you guys take it and you mix it. And then they're going to come back to us. Every mix they do, they're going to say, check this out. What do you think? Well, I don't like the way the guitar sounds in there. I don't like, it's got too much mid-range. Take the mid-range out a little. You know, it's you who wrote the song and put the song together as a team. So now it's our decision with the guy that's mixing it, because the guy that's mixing it's got the ear. He's the one that's going to produce that track and make that track the hit. You know, we take it from here. Now they take it from there because they know what industry standard and what it is, what they want out there, you know? There's a lot of repetitious music too that just constantly repeats, but you know, the stuff that repeats is stuff, it seems like that's the shit that sticks in your head. But I tell people, you know, they go, oh, the chorus got a great melody on this song, but what about the verse? What about the other parts of the songs? You know, does the verse have a great melody to it? Why would I want to listen to a song where I got to keep fast forwarding to the chorus to hear the parts that I like? No, when you write a song that the entire song is going to be beautiful. The melody is catchy through the whole tune. And that's what takes the time of putting an album together to write it so it caters to the customer, to the fans. They're hearing what they want to hear. You know, you want it to be catchy where it sticks in your head like glue. Like not listening to a song they play on the radio to get it stuck in your head 200 times a day, one after the other they're playing it. No, a song that you hear the first time and you're singing that shit in your head going, damn, where did I hear that song? That's a hit song to me, you know? I mean, that's the way I see it. But a lot of these labels, they they push the song so much on the radio that they glue it in your head, and now it's stuck in your head, and you actually like it, and you might not have liked it when you first heard it. You know, it's kind of like it's kind of like I bought these potato chips. Okay, I started eating them. I didn't like them at first, but then I smoked some weed and I started eating them, and then I liked them. It's like you're enhancing the shit.
Well, Paul's got a collection of marijuana pipes that they're very artistic. They're very artistic. If you want to check out his product, on Instagram. He's trying to get on TikTok. I don't know if trying to get on TikTok. I don't know.
No, I'm on TikTok, but I'm setting everything up with the website now. We're trying to. What we're doing is right now we're working on the SEO, you know, and that's all based on your internet optimization, the search engine optimization, because there are a couple of companies out there that are big and they're using my name, and my lawyers at this point, they're real fed up with it. They're like, you know, look, we have to do something about this. We can't wait. He's like, we need to do something now about this. He said, they're taking your money and capitalizing off of your name. That's big. They're using your name on their products. I said, yeah, Bo. I said, that's your job. I said, my job is to sit in the studio and do what I'm doing as an artist. Your job as a lawyer is to go after them. That's what you're there for. That's why I hired you. So why are you sitting there saying, we got to do something about it? I already did something. I contacted you. You know, hey, what the fuck, man?
Hey, Jordy, I'm clueless. I don't know. Are you talking about the Zodiac Killer?
The Zodiac Killer? What is he talking about?
No, I know. He says, what are your thoughts on Zodiac or DB? I don't know what they are. I don't know. It's a famous mystery. The mystery is Eric Kornfelder didn't show up with his acoustical guitar, and he wanted to play his guitar privately instead of coming on the show.
And he disappeared, right? Yeah. He disappeared. He never.
Hey, Fart Doctor, if you're still here, wherever in Coney Island or Brighton Beach area, maybe you can say hi, meet up.
That's me playing on the keyboard, you know.
Yeah, they never solved that case, Fart Doctor. They never caught it.
That's just the fingers on the keyboard, man. It sounds like a whole. I was doing it for Chad. He's like, oh, he goes, bro, you sound like a drummer. Yeah, a lot of different sounds in here, man. You know? Yeah.
Drum jam session. Now,
drum jam
session. Fart Doctor.
Yeah, the fart doctor. He's pretty smart, man. We got the guitar sampled onto the keyboard, okay? And what I did was I sampled my acoustic into the keyboard and I turned it into a nylon string sounding guitar like this, so it sounds real. Sounds like a guitar. I'm gonna show you the sounds that we got here.
Cool.
I'm still going over these sounds, man. I got so many sounds. I haven't even gone through half of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, it takes a lot of time to sit here doing this. You know. I mean, I probably got every sound that they book. All the new stuff, all the new shit they need out there. You know. So we could do whatever the hell they need.
Your sounds are very relaxing.
All right.
That goes out to Van Halen, man. He was great. I met him a long time ago. It was actually, Billy was playing with Eric Clapton, and I didn't perform that night, but it was 2001, I believe. And I was they were at Madison Square Garden, and Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, was in the same hotel we were staying in. I think it was the Waldorf Astoria. And also Van Halen happened to be there that night because they were doing a show somewhere, I don't know, in Manhattan. So the first meeting, when I first met Steven Tyler, it was me. We were all on the penthouse floor, that's where the bands used to stay in. And it was me in the elevator. We had Merle Green, who was Billy Preston's manager. And I had Billy in the elevator, and like I said, I didn't perform that night. I was just there he invited me down to the Eric Clapton show, and he just wanted me to be there. But I actually did get on stage that night for one song with Billy. But besides going back, so we're all in the elevator, and Steven's in there with us, And here, I'm a celebrity musician. I'm touring with some of the biggest stars. So listen, I have this piece of paper. I'm like, hey, just sign your autograph right there. Because I grew up with Steven Tyler's music. So, and then we bumped into Van Halen. He was in the lobby area actually checking in when we were actually checking out, So, I don't know, pretty wild, man. It was a wild experience out there.
Well, Fart Doctor said that Talking About Love has a great guitar riff.
Oh yeah, ain't talking about love. Yeah, I can sing it too. I don't know if I actually remember it. Let's see. Oh wait, it's been a long time. I gotta remember it. Ain't talking about love. That's it. Yeah, that's the song. I remember it. Yeah, we used to actually, I was in a cover band for a while when I was growing up, you know, from ages, shit, man, I think 15. Well, I was in a couple of different bands, you know, even younger than that, but from age 15 to 19, I was in a cover band with my two younger twin brothers, and I'm not going to bring up the bass player because he's a prick fuck, you know, but whatever. So, you should never do anybody wrong in the band, man. Once you do something like that, you cut off, you know. But it's kind of like we did the Long Island tour back in I was like 17, I think, 16 or 17 when I did that, and we basically like left home without telling anybody. So we disappeared for a few months, man, and finally we recontacted somebody, and I think they did file a missing person report, but you know, our parents really didn't want us going on tour, and we were like, you know, look, we want to go on tour, that's it, you know. And that's what we did. We went on tour, and as young guys, you know, we went and we were staying at a hotel in Deer Park, Long Island, you know, and you know, to make ends meet, we were all working at I forget what it was. It was like working in boiler systems where we had to get suited up, man. It was late at night, and what we would be doing is we were chipping lead off the pipes inside of the boiler systems, man. And you know, it was like one of us would go in, you know, well, it would be like 4 guys at a time going in. And you would be in there, they would time it for a half hour, and then you would come out, they would have to completely spray you off, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they had you suited up so you wouldn't get sick. They had to spray everybody off, then you take the suit off, you know, and you go into the lobby area, and the next crew goes in for a half hour. So we were making like $60 an hour a piece at that job. You know, we were like fucking 17, man, you know, and back then, you know, there was no really age thing of, you know, having to work at these places, but the great thing was the hotel we were staying at, the owner of the hotel, you know, we were playing in the lounge downstairs. We got a gig playing the lounge once a week, you know, for the hotel owner, and he's the one that got us those jobs, you know. So there was 4 of us making, you know, we were brothers. We were living in a hotel room, in a double bed hotel room, you know what I mean? And we lived there for like 7-8 months, man, and you know, we did pretty good. We made a lot of money, man. I mean, we're young kids making money, and then finally the parents found out, and they came out and got us, man. Took us home. And you know, the fucked up thing is the manager that we had on board, and I know people have to remember this guy. His name was Dr. Love. He was the radio DJ, Dr. Love. Now I don't know if he was black, but I think he might have been somewhere. But you know, he was a pure mental case, man, and he's actually in prison, you know. He did some really bad shit, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't know who was managing us, you know, and it's like, we'll get to that story another time on, you know, on another show. But it's like, you know, you got to really be careful who you interact with, you know, and
right.
This guy really thought he was Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, he said, you know, Jesus was black. I said, okay, you know, he was every color, you know, because Jesus created everybody. God created us, you know, so, but he was very strange, man. You know what I mean? He would do some weird shit. Like we'd be in the car with him, and this guy would just play around and joke and be driving down the wrong side of the road or something, you know. And he would literally like try to run people off the road, people on bikes, man. You know, we didn't understand him. You know what I'm saying? It was just, and then, you know, one day he just disappeared. We never seen him again. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. We'll get into it further and deeper at another show. You know, I'd have to bring some of my brothers onto the show so they would be able to bring it up and discuss certain things. That's if anybody would want to hear that. But I don't know. I really don't want to go back to that time of my life. But I just try to look at the best times that we had, you know, when we were on the road, we were touring, you know, and we were young, we were making money, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's been a money making. It's not, not even about the money, but it's to support yourself and survive so you can be out there paying for yourself and investing in your career and doing the things you want to do in life. You know what I mean? Instead of listening to other people that sit there telling you, oh, don't do that. Just, go be a lawyer or be a doctor or do this or do that. Yeah, but it takes 20 years to be a doctor and a lawyer. You know what I mean? Go to school and you may not even get to that point, shit. I mean, life is short. So I wanted to do what I was born to do. I said, I'm a musical artist and I'm an artist. So I want to do both eventually. So I did the music first. I made it with that, and then I went into the artwork, and that also became successful. So, to me, it's still successful. It may not be making, the money it was making back then, but we can definitely get back to that point. But most of that money gets invested into everything that I'm doing to make other people happy.
Yeah. Well, you definitely pleased everyone tonight with your sound. That's for sure. Without a doubt. And
I'm glad they enjoyed it. They enjoyed the show, and next time we'll have it set up with black lights. So we could, maybe I could probably show.
Well,
something.
you know what I was thinking of? Yeah, the black lights for showing a lot of your side-by creations, but also if you put the camera sideways, so you get a profile of you playing the keyboard. Like in other words, people can see the keyboard in you, or the guitar, like have the camera come profile, or this way, whatever is good. This way you can show the product under blacklight, and also people can see your hands and you.
Right.
And you. They can see the instrument. And I think we'll go over pretty.
Well, what I'm gonna do next time is, now I'm running off of my phone internet, so the next time I'm gonna run off of the hot. Look here, let me see. Where's that box? Let me show them. Let me just show them the box. You got it over there? I'm just gonna show them what it looks like.
Oh, you mean that? Hot box?
It's called Alcatel Hotspot Box from Metro PCS. Okay. Now this thing, I get 100 gigabytes a month. I got it when a special came out. So the 100 gigs was 50, but now it's gone up. Okay, because they changed their special around. They think they can fuck with me, man. I see what they're doing with the bill. All right. So this thing right here is supposed to hold up to 15 computers at once, where you can stream and do all kinds of shit. It's a crock of shit, because my wife is on her iPad, okay? I got her an iPad so she can watch movies, okay? All right, and basically,
sometimes I don't have service.
Sometimes she don't even have service on the iPad with this thing. All right, it sits there loading and loading and loading and loading, and sometimes I try to go on my software needs a software update once a week, okay? And it literally takes 2 hours to update my software. But when I update it on another internet service, it takes 2 minutes. Okay, 53.4 megabytes should not take 2 hours to download. No way. And that's how long it takes with this fucking piece of shit. I want to take this to the guy over there that told me how good it was. I want to literally open his mouth. Look. And shove it in his mouth and just leave it there. Just shove it all the way in.
No, make him choke on it.
Well, I'm gonna give it to his wife. I'm gonna give it to his wife and say, listen, if I sue his company, because he's a franchise, if I sue you guys, you're not gonna have anything left. So say goodbye to all those luxury items that he bought you. So here, I'm gonna give you this box to his wife. Now take this box and shove it so far up his ass that it comes out of his mouth.
Well, if you had Verizon fiber,
I want that. That's what we want, but we can't get it. And Verizon is right up the road from here. The people across the street, my buddy over here, Mike, told me that from NBC, he's got Verizon Fios. When I call Verizon, they tell me, oh, sorry, we don't service your building. Why? We can't speak about that. That's confidential. Really?
Really?
It's confidential. Where can I get a letter
or get some kind of proof, okay, that I can show. I'm going to send it to the office and say, look, if you don't get other internet service, I'm going to make this go so viral that the owner is going to spin in his fucking head because he's doing a fraudulent thing by taking people's money, okay? He's taking money and he's making more money.
Why is it confidential? That's strange. That was a strange answer.
And also, listen, we wanted to get a satellite dish, okay? And we're on the 6th floor. This building does not allow any satellite dishes on the roof. Yeah, you cannot put a satellite.
That son of a bitch.
Yep, he does not allow satellites, but everybody else in these area has satellite on their building. You can see it. Yeah. They don't allow it because they said, oh, it's a fire hazard. Really? How is a fire hazard having a satellite on top of the roof, you schmuck?
How does the satellite get hot and create fire?
And you know what else? You know what else is a serious hazard? When you're still running fuse boxes inside of your building and trying to make your tenants pay $10 a month so you update the electric. You can't do that. That's against the law. You need to update the electric. You can't run a damn microwave and an air condition in 2 different rooms, you know, with the teapot going, okay, without the whole apartment blowing out. But when the lights blow out here, we don't have a breaker system where we could, you know, trigger it back. And, you know, when you flip it back, I forget what we call it, but my brain is going crazy right now because I'm pissed. No, we have to call this. Listen, we got to call the fucking super up. No matter, and he curses us out. Oh, fuck you. You call me this time of night, you fucking cunt. He called my wife a cunt, all right? You cunt. Get off your ass and go turn the damn lights on. That's why you're there. You're the super. You're getting paid to do this. Not my fault they got outdated electric. You got to go to the basement and flick the breaker back so our lights go back on. And we have to wait anywhere from a half hour to an hour and a half for his 500-pound butt to get down to his drunk ass, to get down to the freaking basement and re-flick that breaker. But you see, my wife is a diabetic. Her insulin needs to stay cold. So not only are they messing with people's electric and not changing it and updating it, but people have health problems here. And if somebody gets sick and dies on your account, trust me, if something happened to her, I'm not going to say what I do to him.
How come nobody went to Brooklyn City?
I take his set of curls and I'll throw him down his throat. Make him choke on it.
How come no one went to Brooklyn Borough Hall and filed a complaint?
Well, that's okay. What I'm doing now is I'm talking. We are friends with all the neighbors almost in this building. I know everybody here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going around with a petition because people are tired of Optimum. I hear people complaining. You know, I talk to them. I'm like, aren't you sick of it? You know, aren't you sick of it? So we're going to get petitions together. And I'm going to go to each and every person in this building, and I'm going to say, look, now, we're going to get this petition together because the law states that they cannot do this. It's a federal offense by him doing this. He cannot tell you you can only use one internet provider because the internet provider is paying him a big money because they got a contract. So he's getting a percentage out of everybody's bill, okay? And the bill, no matter what. See, if you call up and tell Optimum, you know what? My internet's not working. Okay, they overcharge you. I was getting charged $600 a month, and I kept calling them, telling them I didn't order this service. I didn't order television. All I ordered was the top internet speed, and that's $30 a month. Why is my bill $600? Okay, now they try to put me in collections. I say, good. I'm glad you did that. I said because now we're gonna have a real problem. I said you're charging me for equipment I never even had. Okay, equipment that I have in my email that states that I gave the equipment back to you. Okay, so now they're trying to fuck with my credit. But what I'm going to do, like I said, is get the petition together, and I'm going to take that to the city borough hall, and I'm going to file a complaint against the landlord of this building. Not only for that, but for the electric too. Because they need to update this electrical system. We can't have this shit no more. It's not fair. You know, say I'm working on a project, okay, and her grandfather accidentally turned something on. Now, I'm recording something that I just wrote, okay? And the lights go out. I just lost all my work, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to save it as you go. You know what I mean? I'm recording the track and writing it. I'm not going to, I'm going to keep hitting the save button? But I'm in a mode right now. My brain is somewhere else and I'm writing. The electric goes out. I just lost everything that I just put on that track. And that could have been $1 million song. So it's not only affecting me personally, but it's affecting my career, my life. It's affecting everything. Because it's two things combined: bad internet and bad electric.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how your aunt got mad because you were complaining?
Yeah, she said, "Oh, you're a troublemaker." I said, "Really? I'm a troublemaker?" I said, "Why don't you tell all those old people up there in front of the building I'm a troublemaker? The people that we help in this building, the people that we help so their mail doesn't get stolen, the people that we help open the doors for. When they got floods downstairs, we go downstairs and help them clean it up. The people that when they need in the wintertime and they can't go shopping and they pay me to carry their bags for them. Really? Don't tell those people that, you piece of shit." Meanwhile, she's the worst real estate company out here because she rips everybody off and she got a name for it. You know? But I got personal issues with her. I met this woman 20 years ago. Okay? I don't know her that well. But she has a nerve to come out and talk about my dead grandmother, my dead mother, sitting there badgering them and cursing them out. I'm like, they're not here to defend themselves. I'm like, so shut the fuck up and go about your business. Get out of here with your crippled, fucking bent over, hunchback, fat ass. You know what I mean? That nasty attitude. She speaks in the street so loud so everybody can hear her. Oh, your grandmother, all she cared about was you, Paulie. You know, I'm like, so what? I said, and look how I grew up. No criminal record. I got a successful career, and I'm happy. And a good wife, you know, I got a family. I said, you know, what is wrong with that? What do you see wrong with that?
Hey, the cream always rises to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody.
Here you got a woman that's a millionaire that sold her house for millions of dollars, okay? Still driving around a fucking Oldsmobile from the 1970s falling apart. You know what I mean? So, and sit there complaining about everybody and anything. A miserable person with a lot of money. See, that's what I try to tell people. Some people aren't even happy when they got money. They're just so insecure. They're pissed off at themselves and they take it out on everybody else and they put other people down so they can feel high up. I feel good and happy when I take your happiness, but she can't do that to me. Because when she does it to me, I sit there and I look at her and I go, you know what? You're a waste of breath to life. I said, you are what they title scum of the earth. I said, you cannot make me unhappy. I said, because words don't hurt me. I said, all you're doing right now is hurting yourself. You know, have a nice day. You know what I mean? And when you hit somebody with positive and good vibes and happiness, and they can't take you down, that pisses them off even more. You know what I'm saying? When they know they can't make you unhappy because, you know, they're like fucking vampires that suck the life out of you.
Well,
you know what I mean? And these are the type of people that we have out in the world.
Well, this landlord, I tell you, he's not above the law.
I'm going to tell you, listen, I picture this landlord with the black hat and the suit on, the Hasidic type with the long curls. You know what we're going to do? We're gonna have his wife take the curl after we sue his ass and shove the curl up his ass, right? And then we'll pull the curl out of his mouth and we'll swing him like it's a rope.
No, like it's
Just
nose.
You know, they walk around in these outfits all summer long when it's sweaty out, you know, and if you get on a bus with them, they stink up the whole fucking bus, man. You know, at least wash yourself, you know what I mean? Come on, I have nothing against them. I'm not racist. I'm Jewish too. I got part Jewish in me, and you know, but I look at them as greedy scumlords because they don't care about you, man. Okay? They'll wait till the crack in the floor becomes a hole in the floor and somebody falls in it. You know, and then they'll linger the trial on so that this way, you know, you can't sue them. They're gonna keep on saying, oh, we're gonna postpone this, you know, and postpone it. 20 years later, you'll get your money.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the owner of the condo building.
Oh, we're gonna play on
the condo building in Miami. Remember that one? That
well, this building is built very well. He didn't build it evidently, but this building's from probably like the 1900s. You know, it's like 27 or something. This was built, and it's a war building. So this building can actually withstand up to 200-mile-an-hour winds because On the outer layer of our building, we have like steel rods that go in between the concrete. So the neighbor next door, I asked her, I said, can you hear anything in my studio? She goes, nothing unless I open my window. Because we have a concrete wall behind us. So you can't even put a nail in there. You need a concrete gun to get a nail through that fucking wall. All right? So overall, the apartment is built very safely. But the electronics and all the other stuff needs to be updated. You understand? The plumbing, everything needs to be updated in this building. Nothing has been changed since 1927. We still have the same fuse boxes from 1927 in here. Can you believe that? Think about that for a minute. And you know what the super's workers told me? They said, listen, when we're down in the basement and we need to weld something, we can't even plug it in. We got to plug into the building next door in order to use the welder. Because if we use it, the whole building's lights are going to go out. Well, he said the electrical wiring downstairs is so corroded in the walls that if the inspectors came in here, they would shut this building down in a heartbeat.
Well, then how come nobody's going to the inspectors?
Well, because you're dealing with old Russian people that are from Ukraine, and they don't know any better, man. These old people don't know. Come on, man. They don't know who to call.
Well,
So he knows how to take advantage of them. Until I came along, because I think my aunt plays some kind of part in this building. When I came along, things started being fixed. They got the druggies out of here. I mean, you know, the building's a lot safer now. The mail stopped getting stolen so much because I made a big, you know, me and my wife, we went bad on that shit. We even created an email address and put it downstairs and posted flyers all over the building, and it stopped. Okay? They don't steal anybody's mail anymore. You don't hear about mail being stolen, but my aunt goes, oh, yeah, she goes, I don't want to talk to you. You're a troublemaker. All you do is cause trouble in that building. Really? No. I said, I'm causing trouble by helping other people out so their mail doesn't get stolen. So your friend that comes in your store that lives on the 3rd floor who stole my mail that you introduced me to. I said, the guy that brings heroin bitches in his fucking house. Okay? The one that claims that he was some kind of law enforcement. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Okay? I said, those are the type of people that you put around your building, okay? And around your business. I said, yeah, she's probably dealing, man.
Wait a minute. So you know who's stealing the mail?
Yeah. Of course we know. And it stopped because I look at him every time there's mail gone. I'm like, I know you did it. I'm like, I know you did it because I got proof and I can have you arrested. But guess what? I'm going to torment you every day for the rest of your life by you seeing my face, knowing that I know what you did, and everybody else in this building knows that you are the one stealing the fucking mail. All the heroin addicts he brings in the building, the girls, they steal the mail, they go sell it, and they bring him back food and goods. Piece of shit. But you know what he does? In order for the girls to stay at his house, they got to shave his balls because that's his thing. His fetish. Imagine you got to shave. You want to stay in my house for free? You got to shave my balls.
Listen, did they use the straight razor on the scrotum?
I don't know, but they should. They should put some some moonshine, you know, inside of one of those blades that hold the liquid, and then shave them and cut them. Oh shit. Oh man, woo! Man. But took the California, what do you call that? The scorpion pepper.
Oh yeah,
no, but seriously, man, I'm not going to mention her name, but straight up, she's a straight up. Let's put it like this: can't understand normal thinking. Now, each first letter of that word. Can't understand normal. There are men and there are women. C-U-N-T. Straight up.
Now Ronnie's right. Ronnie S. is right. Stealing mail is a federal offense. No, nobody's getting arrested. This is what kills me. Nobody's getting arrested over there.
Remember, people just got to know in the world, people that look down at you, they're the ones that are fucked up in the head, man.
Well, why aren't
they're the evil mongers, right?
Why aren't people?
They don't want to see anybody but themselves get ahead.
But how come people are getting away with all this? You know, nobody's getting arrested, nobody's getting sued, nothing's happening. It's like the problems continue in Paulie's area. He's having Metro PCS issues. Yeah, I mean, if you're not proactive in fixing a problem, it'll go on forever. Someone should honestly, even if it's Paul, should go down to Brooklyn Borough Hall and just report everything. File a big complaint, go to the building inspector's office, and just report everything. He doesn't have to hire a lawyer for this. This is dry. And see, when people tell me things, when they tell me problems, I have to solve it. Like I can't just listen and go, well, that's a shame. That's an awful shame. That's despicable. That's a damn shame. No, I'm into solving problems. And but anyway, if Fart Doctor's still around, maybe not. But I will be starting the Keto Kings Beer and Barbecue Banter Show at 3 p.m. Eastern Time with BC Beer Reviews. It's going to be cooking, recipes, culinary talk, and craft beer reviews if anybody wants to do that. So tomorrow at 3 p.m.
I'm sorry for that floor again. Everybody saw that once again. I got this time. It's kind of weird. This time they kind of like closed me out of the program. And I had to go back to my messenger and click back in. Now that's weird, man. You know, the censorship on everything is just insanity. Well, and I noticed when we bring up certain keywords is when they really click you off, you know?
Well, you need to be you are now. Oh, I'm hearing myself talk back at me very loud. Is something on that's making that happen?
No, man, it's the same. Everything's set the same right now.
Yeah, because I hear myself. Every time I hear myself.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's weird.
You see, your equipment is in the 21st century. But the building and the internet provider.
It's in BC. Remember the dinosaurs were walking around when they were installed as electric, just like the crust on their fucking landlord's underwear.
Hopefully, really, if federal, it's against Joe Biden's executive order. Landlord is doing. With the not allowing sales and other companies.
Oh, we're going to get a petition together, and these guys are going to all email me. We're going to leave the email for all the guests, everybody that watched, and let them email me so they can describe what went on tonight. They literally watched me drop out 5 times completely, okay? And I couldn't hear what they were saying at certain points, but they can hear me clean, okay? So it's proven, that this is different with Metro, okay? Now, but with the building, on the other hand, that's another story, because it's going to show the building that, look, we can't get the proper internet. We've tried everything. We tried Optimum. It doesn't work. Even going on Optimum, the fucking internet was dropping out, all right? I couldn't even do streaming with Optimum. I know he remembers this, and we're paying, $600 a month for services I didn't even order. I was paying for television, full television service, all these subscription channels, and I kept calling them, and I have everything dated on my phone back, and even the emails I sent them. Listen, I don't want this service. Stop charging me. Cancel this fucking service and give me my money back. And they kept hanging up on me every time I called, and people were writing in the review forms. You call them and complain about something and saying, look, I didn't order this package deal, and they shut you off. It was during the COVID.
They were doing everything they can to make as much money as they could. Okay? And this landlord was involved and he was collecting money on a contract. You know? And even the super told me, good luck. You'll never get in contact with him because he's nowhere to be found.
He's a corrupt piece of shit.
Well, guess what? He's somewhere to be found because he's paying your fucking paycheck every week. So don't tell me he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
and he looks at me and he looks at me and he goes, yeah, I said, that was George. Yeah, you know what I mean? When I call, yeah, they think they could get over on you, man. And you know, I mean, he could be nice, but then, man, when he gets drunk, don't call him. Don't call him and tell him my lights went out. You call your wife a cunt. Oh, you fucking cunt! What do you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning for? Who do you think you are? This is his voice.
It's 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock in the morning. I can't believe you fucking cunt. You're calling me at 12 o'clock at midnight. I'm trying to sleep. He's like, you people need to know how to use your damn electric. You people don't know how to use your electric. Really? A fucking system that's from 1927. Get the fuck out of here. Stop sticking up for him, you fucking 800-pound piece of fucking beef.
Look,
not even beef, pure fat, man. It's like fucking filet mignon.
I know how to use my electric. Son.
He goes, you know damn well you can't run two things in the kitchen at one time.
Why not?
Because it's a fuse system.
No, I know.
We're going to show everybody. Yeah, because I know we're going to cut off soon, but let's show everybody everything. We're going to go out of the studio now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm being sarcastic.
What the fuse box looks like. When you see this shit, I can't hear you that well, but don't worry. When you see this shit, guys, you are going to bug out, man. I mean, it's going to get a little dark. I can turn the lights on. But this here is just, when I seen this, when her grandfather showed me the fuse box, and I saw this, I literally, like, my head spun because I said, you know, back in the day, I remember seeing buildings that were abandoned in New York that used to have these fuse boxes. And we also had a fuse box in our house. But, you know, guess what? In our house, they updated everything and we had a breaker box system as well in the closet. Okay. But when you see this, this is just crazy shit, man. I mean, it's so fucking old, man. You know, look, I'm telling you, the dinosaurs were on Earth when this shit came in. Look at this. And it's only a two-way fuse box. Okay. It's really a 15 amp, but we got a 30 amp, and look how corroded those wires are.
Oh my!
You see that? Look how corroded and rusted that shit is, man. Look, open wiring right there.
Oh.
The wiring. Oh, hold on a minute. Hey, give me a flashlight or something. Yeah, I'm going to show you some stuff in this apartment real quick.
Yeah,
we're going to give everybody a little rundown. Yeah, honestly, this apartment's beautiful because me and my wife, we really fixed it up.
Paul, hold on. Did you take photographs of that fuse box?
Yes, I got photographs.
Okay.
And I'm putting a case together, so it takes time. So, you know what I mean? But I'm going to show you what the wiring looks like. If you see these wires, the way they're exposed, if an inspector came in here, a real inspector from the bureau, okay, from the city hall, not 311, because they said their inspector's out, okay? If a real inspector came in here, let me explain something. And he saw that wiring like that, their heads would spin around in circles. They would go, you know what? You need to rewire this building right now, because if, God forbid, any water gets down in that electrical box from the roof, because we're on the roof. Remember, a leak could come right in from that roof as you get storms, because they don't fix that roof. They ain't updated that shit in years. But anyway, if you get a leak from the roof and it leaks down in that box, this whole building is going to go up in flames. All right, so let's see. We're going to show you. Okay, hold on a moment now. Let me, okay. Oh boy, where'd you go? Okay, then. Let me see. I gotta be able to see what I'm doing here. All right, so now you see that right there? Look at that. Exposed wiring. It's so old, they got cobwebs and rust around the fucking wiring. You see that? Exposed. That's all exposed. Everybody could see that?
Yep.
You see the exposed wiring right there? Look, you can see the wiring, the rubber around the wiring is actually, there you go. There's copper wires sticking out. It doesn't even have a ground. Okay, here's the grounding wire. There's no ground there. It's not grounded. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? It's so damn old, this building, that look at this. You know how old that bill is? That's from 1927. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That still works. But, I mean, you can clearly see, I mean, it's insane, man. It's like it doesn't, and here, you know, this is our kitchen. And this is the only outlet. The only outlet we have in this kitchen is right here. Okay? And we're not allowed to use that outlet, but her grandfather rewired the outlet so we could use it. They told us the only outlet we can use in this kitchen is up here with this ceiling fan. But do you see that? The ceiling fan don't work and the outlet don't work. So that means the only outlets you have in this kitchen is the refrigerator, which is running on a 220. And this is a gas stove. The only thing that's plugged in on the stove is the oven, because it's an electric oven. And then we have a microwave here. And that's it. That's it. No more outlets in the kitchen. So they tell us, well, then take this other stuff into another room and put the blender and the coffee maker and everything else in the bedroom and the toaster oven.
Fuck
What?
them.
What?
Fuck them.
You what? That's a fire hazard. If you have a toaster oven in your fucking bedroom and it gets onto a sheet, you're going up in flames, okay? And then we got the landlord on camera. We saved this. He came up here because one of our electrical outlets went out in our room and the fucking outlet was sparking, okay? He comes up here and he's yelling at me and my wife and saying, you think this is my job? You guys need to fix that. You can fix that yourself. You don't need to call me. You can wire that up. It's your job to do that, not ours. And I said, excuse me, it's my job. I said, okay, so I'm a licensed electrician. Now you're giving me permission to go over there and rewire that. If I get electrocuted, not only are you going to jail and losing your job, but the landlord will lose this building because I'm going to sue him for it. But I don't want the building. He can shove the building because it's got too many fucking problems. A building like this, it costs you $10 million to repair the damage. You kidding me? Even the elevator is from 1927, and they don't even update the software. So, you know, if these fucking people out there want to talk about, oh, people don't pay their rent in New York. Oh, they should be homeless. That, you know, this is why people don't pay their rent, but we pay our rent, okay? The rent's paid here every month before, you know, the month even hits. The minute that thing comes in, it's sent out to them, okay? But why should, you know, when I wasn't here, her grandfather and her, they couldn't, you know, they didn't go and talk to him. Because this guy, the way he talks to them, he scares everybody, the super. Well, he curses the old people out, you know what I mean? So if people are out there saying, well, you know, nobody paid their rent during the pandemic, but you know what? These landlords are scumlords. They don't fix anything. So maybe they should put their asses in these people's shoes because they're so fucking rich with their big houses. They don't know what's really going on. You know, even paying your rent, you don't get anything fixed.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. No, it's wrong, man. It's wrong. And these people need to see the truth. Because before they sit there assuming and talking all over the internet, oh, it's good. Yeah, make all those people homeless. Evict them if they're not paying their rent. But these people are saying, you know what? My landlord haven't fixing my ceiling the whole pandemic. It's leaking water. I got kids. I got animals. You know, they're drinking their water. They're getting sick from the rainy water coming in. My house is going into black mold. I'm sick. And you know what? It's true. These people don't know what these people are going through, so they need to shut the fuck up, man. Seriously.
Well, I'm gonna put in the title of this show at the end, exposing New York City scumlords.
Yeah, expose these bastards, man. They need to be exposed. And you know what? I might open my other company up. I had a company where I used to help. You remember, James? I had a company I used to help people that rent places out and are going through this. I had a whole site where I would help them fill the paperwork out and put the case together for them. Okay? And I wasn't even getting paid in the beginning. Then they started paying me to help them. You know what I mean? I put the case together. We would take pictures of everything. We would get all the violation codes, you know, all the statutes, the limitations. I put all that together, looking everything up. And then we would take the case to the court. Okay? And they would win. They won the case. You know what I went through in Florida. You've seen the whole thing, man.
This is a very high demand, important service that you used to do. This, you know what? You should get back into it. for a fee.
I mean, I don't have time, but I can put some time in for it.
Well,
I mean,
you know
to
what?
make
You know
these
what?
things better here.
Yeah, but take care of your own situation first. Take
Right,
care
right.
of your own situation first. So,
Of course.
yeah. So anyway, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting a bit tired, and I'm getting. Oh, what do you got there? Oh,
I'm
look
just
at that.
showing everybody before you guys go, you know.
All right,
all
I'll
the-
put you on full screen.
While you're talking and saying goodnight, we'll show them something, you know,
Yeah.
right here. And some of the heart shirts that we got, I made this week.
There you go. Oh, that patriotic heart shirt was dynamite. That was
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let's see. I got that one over there. Let me see. That's in this room.
America.
Why'd you give me the key? Oh,
James Brown.
why'd you give me the key? I know. All right. Let's see. The patriotic shirt is right here. Yeah, we're kind of getting ready for tomorrow because I'm gonna set up outside tomorrow just to get out of the house too, and you know, get somebody. My main thing is making money as well, but also getting the tie dyes out there so everybody in the neighborhood is wearing this stuff, you know. So let's see if I can.
You have a business. You have business cards. Oh, there it is.
I gave 1,000 business cards out. I gotta make more. But I'm waiting for the website before I make the next set of business cards. We're gonna make flyers right now, you know, so people could take the flyer, you know, because the website really needs to be done before I go and make another, you know, a couple of thousand business cards. Because, you know, now it'll make sense. I already put the business out there. So this is the shirt. I'm trying to hold it up so everybody can see. It's kind of let's see. I'm gonna put this. Hold on a minute. I got it. I'm gonna put the camera back in here. All right. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, so now we can show you. And that's the red, white, and blue patriotic heart, you know, the representing America. And now remember, so anybody that's watching, we can do a show. Maybe we'll do a show next week or something, and we could come on and we'll give you a description link. Like I don't really use Cash App. I use Venmo because Cash App, you can't really register business. It doesn't protect anybody. So I use Venmo and apps like that because everything is, you know, in detail, and you've got to put your information in. Nobody sees your info, and it kind of protects the customer, and it also protects me as a business. So everything's done legally, you know. This way, if the customer had a problem with something, you know, they wanted a refund, you know, we can do something, you know what I mean? So, you know, with Cash App, you can't really trust anything. So basically, you know, we can do something next week, and I'll bring up some beautiful tie dyes that I've made, and I can also take request customs. You know what I mean? If you want a custom tie dye shirt, what we can also do is anybody that purchases one, James could set up a show, you know, and I'll come on and I'll dye your shirt right in front of you. I'll tie your shirt, and then we can put it at the dye station. And what we'll do is, while we're online, you can pick the colors, and I'll tell you each part of the shirt and what color do you want. Like say up here, what color would you like here? And I'll explain it to you, what part of the shirt and where it's tied. So this is something new that I'm actually doing now, that because due to the American businesses, you know, a lot of them sank because China is selling cheap product, you know, and then, you know, they're printing everything. You're buying it for $1. That's crap. You can go buy stuff for $1 all day. You know, this stuff, it's not going to be $1. You know what I mean? But we can do deals for everybody. But like I said, look, you spend $50 with me, and guess what? I'll tie your shirt in front of you. You also get a gift, you know. You can get a few items for $50. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we can work something out like that, and we'll set something up where each customer that purchases a shirt from me, you can actually come on the show, and we'll tie each shirt in front of each customer, and everybody can watch. You know what I mean? So it's something different. It's actually showing you that the work is getting done by my hands, start to finish.
Right.
So that's something James can promote. I'm also doing that on 3 other shows with 3 other people. And not only does it, you know, it makes me money, yes, but it helps me to support my business and to keep it going, so that this way in the future, I'll be able to hire people, you know, because I'd like to hire people and get people employed out there.
Well, I have your,
it also helps James's channel to help his, because this is a great show. So it helps James to get more people to his channel, you know, and maybe, you know, the newcomers, you know, we might even have a subscription, a monthly subscription, you know. But we're gonna do different things, and you know, look, me and James have been friends a long time, and we've been business partners. So, you know,
Well,
we want to kind of lead ourselves away from what's not leading away from what's going on in the world, but we want to bring like more peace, love, and happiness, and
yeah.
you know, not
Well,
talk about so much political.
It's out of our control. A lot of the things we were talking about in the past were really, what can we do? It's out of our control. But you have
Right,
black
and then,
light. You have
you know,
black
also
light.
James.
Yeah.
Let me see real quick. Let me plug you in here so I can hear you.
Yeah, I mean, you have the black light for the glow, you know,
The
to
glow,
show
you know, to show your product.
Right.
You have
So
the
I mean,
black
we can also set up like, you know, concerts where, you know, people can also pick their favorite songs, you know, and we'll start another channel where, you know, you subscribe to the channel every month. You know what I mean? Like a $5 subscription where you can come out and, you know, you can watch certain shows that I'll be doing live with James, you know, where I'll perform a whole set for you, you know, and you can pick certain, I mean, I do cover songs as well. You know what I mean? And, you know, you can actually listen to some of my music. It's reverbnation.com/Paul Mantia, Mantia. Check out the song I Will. That's the one, Breaking Benjamin, former drummer, Chad Ziglia. He's on that track. He played with Stain. He's played with everybody, you know. Well, we also got Baron Brown, God rest his soul. He was a amazing, very famous bass player who was on my track I Will, and, you know, may he rest in peace. He just passed away recently. You know, I don't know what the death was, but I got that from my recording engineer. You know, he's on the track. So, you know,
send me that link.
Send me that link on Messenger.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you that later on.
I don't know
when we
why
get off.
I don't know why I'm hearing my voice
echo back at me.
I really don't want.
I don't know, man. Let me see. I'm trying to figure that out myself.
I don't know.
Hold on a minute. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go to my volume here now. We're gonna see, and you're gonna tell me. Okay, so tell me now.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Do you hear your voice back at you again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're hearing an echo, because I don't hear no echo.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's been.
Well, we'll figure it out. You know.
Yeah. It's been a blockbuster show as usual. And next time, you know, black light on. You know, try to get the camera so your hands on the keyboard keys. You know.
Yeah, like earlier, I could set it up. We'll set it up a way where, you know, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how I don't know if you could, we probably can do it on the iPad, you know?
Yeah, because the
I
keyboard.
could probably, I don't know, if she's not using it, you know, I'll set it up the showtime with her. And we could use the iPad to do, like, you know, the performances, you know what I mean? But you and I will talk, you know, we'll discuss what we're going to come up with for the shows.
Yeah, because
the near future show, you know?
Because the keyboard will glow. They'll glow.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, this is the new shirt. I want to make you one, James. You know what I mean? I'm not going to charge you because I want you to wear one on your show, you know? So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a few different ones you have for different shows. And, you know, then you get a black light. Maybe you could be glowing with me. You know what I mean? Then we can get everybody on here.
Yeah,
we can even bring, you know, we can even do things. Okay, cool. But we can even do things where, you know, somebody who purchases like $100 or more in a product, we'll put them on the show, you know, as a guest, and let them, you know, put their black light off and they can show off their stuff. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things we could do on here. So
because Fart Doctor really liked that one. He says,
this is a great design, man. I love it. And I did make this design once before back in the past, but I only made one shirt like this particular one, and it was black and white. So the great thing is they all come out different, you know, so I can tie them, and I can make these in red and white or red and black. I can do, you know, color combination, multicolor, you know, we could do a yellow and white, you know, pink and white, or pastel and white. You know, this design could be done in so many different ways, man. I mean, it's mind blowing what I can do with this.
And folks, his tie dyes fade or wash out.
Never.
Remember that.
They don't fade. They don't wash. They're there. That's it. We got clients that wrote on a review last week, and I thanked them. He said, I got Paul Mantia, Northern Lights Tie-Dye Company, a tie-dye, a couple of shirts he got 5 years ago, okay, and one that he got 8. He said, and they still look exactly the same. Amazing condition. He goes, they're even brighter and more. He goes, and they get brighter and more brighter when you wash them.
and you see why you get what you pay for, people. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, we could definitely bring, you know, some of my big clients on, you know, some celebrities that have my product, that have purchased it, you know, models. We could bring them on the show and we can have them, you know, you can interview them, you know what I mean? And they'll tell you how they feel about the product. We got 3,000 people we can bring into an interview, you know? We could go on forever with this. We got a lot of people.
The models will be very good.
Yeah, we can bring a couple of models on. I got plenty of them that have modeled for this company. I just actually got back with the little kid. I don't know if you remember little Zion, Prince Zion. He started out, I think it was like 4 years old when he was with the company, and he was my top, the boss kid model, the top model of the kids line.
I meant shit.
No, I know, but I'm saying, yeah, that's fine. But we, you know, you also have people that would like to see that as well. You know, you got now he's 13 years old, so he actually grew up with my company. You know what I'm saying? He was on the runway from like age, you know, I think age, I'm going to say at least 7, 8 years old up until, man, damn, maybe 11. So now he's 13 because the pandemic, you know, we haven't done shows. So I said, hey, listen, I said, I want to send you some stuff where you come out here and we'll do a photo shoot of you now with the clothing. Because, you know, you got to have male models and you got to have female models. You got to have kid models, you know, infant models. I got senior citizen models, okay? I don't discriminate. I don't push anybody back. If you're 90 years old and you bought the tie-dye, you know, you want to come on the show and show off, you want to go on the runway, hey, remember, I had an 85-year-old man on the runway in crutches. You know, we're walking with his walker on the runway. We've had New York PD on the runway in their fucking outfit, wearing the pants and a shirt over it. And the great thing about them was when they came to my show, I said, listen, people are going to be smoking pot outside, man. You know, can you please, I know, you know, they left them alone, man. They were so great, you know, to everybody at the show, man. You know, they came in, they walked the line, man. They supported it, you know what I'm saying? And they left. And that was it. You know, and everybody, you should have seen everybody when they walked in. They thought we were getting raided. They were like this, hiding in the corner at the show. It's on video.
Do you have a plus size tie-dye shirt? Your superintendent model for all these people?
He's a 5X.
5X.
He is. I'm not lying. He's 5X.
He's 5X.
Yeah, because the other day he's telling me 3X. I said, no. I said, no way. I said, I could tell. I said, because I have a woman that's a 7X. I said, and I have 3X shirts upstairs. I said, you're not a 3X. I said, you're a 5X. He goes, I don't know, you know. Yeah. And this is like the other day. He goes, here, you see? I said, no, I don't see it. There's no number there. So I said, you know, a shirt. He goes, what do you charge for a shirt 5X, you know, with that color on it? I said, well, it's $120. I said, because that's a lot of fabric. It's like tie-dyeing a fucking blanket. Well, you got to think about it.
It's a tent.
It comes, those kind of shirts come in 11.5 ounces of cotton, okay? So when the shirt's not actually sewn, if you open that shirt up, okay, you got a lot of fabric there, okay? And it's very thick, and it's very long, and it takes a lot of dye. So it's $120, yeah. I got, like I said, I have somebody at 7X. She pays $200 and something for one tie-dye, okay? And she loves them. But I don't know, you know, this is years ago. I haven't sold anything to her.
No, I can't wait until hemp material comes back.
I can get hemp. I have dyed hemp. And hemp comes out beautiful, man. It's got a real soft tone look to it, man. A really nice soft look. And some of it can be shiny based, but you know, if hemp comes shiny, that means they're using some kind of polyurethane on it. Remember, because polyurethane is what's used on. Yeah, they use that on. Listen, you know the shiny polyester. They use polyurethane on that. Shiny spandex. They use polyurethane on that. Okay. Yes.
So
it's a liquid spray. But they dip it. It's dipped instead of sprayed. It goes through a process. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get that shine. Where do you think they get the shine from? What do you think? They're sitting there with a wax gun, waxing it to get,
wax on,
me, Mr. Miyagi, I wax on, wax off.
No, I thought lycra spandex is made from nylon. Right? I thought it was naturally shiny.
There is certain nylons, but people don't understand. There are fabrics that contain polyurethane. I'm telling you, and I've worked on them. I've worked on the spandex for the big geometric dome companies. I'm the only one in the world that can dye that spandex with my dyes. They don't have dye to do that. Okay, and that stuff has polyurethane in it. That fabric is made with polyurethane spandex, but it's a certain kind of spandex. Okay.
You know,
it also some has elastic in it. You know, that's what they use in rubber bands. So
I bet tie dye the Empire State.
I got so many haters in New York. You ain't gonna catch my ass on the top of that point. All right, they'll probably fucking send a missile on me, man. Oh, there he goes. It was Al Qaeda. They did it.
Well, maybe a building in Jacksonville, Florida. You got more haters down there.
No, I got a lot of good. No, actually, there was a lot of haters in Jacksonville. In Jacksonville, I got good clients out there. People, hey, when are you coming back out, man? You know, when are you gonna come and do a show at my place? I actually did have a small tour set up for September. We were gonna go and headline, you know, a couple of fashion shows, and I had booked, you know, about 8 gigs for the time I was going to be there. You know, I had a couple of concerts I booked, you know, all over Florida, but I'm not going to say who, but somebody that, you know, was heavy in the business went out to Florida and he got sick. Okay. During a concert, we know about that, but he got sick during the concert and he came home. And that's when I decided it's not worth me going out there. It's not worth the money. And I mean, okay, whatever, 25,000. I would have made probably a good, you know, amount of money at doing the concerts. But, you know, the whole problem is I don't want to risk going out there and getting sick. I haven't gotten sick. I've been staying home. You know, I've been doing the right thing. I wear my mask. I use the alcohol. You know, we use this. You know, we sterilize our house, man. You know what I mean? When it was first out there, we were sterilizing our shoes, and we still do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, I'm not going to risk my health and go out there. And I'm sorry, but right now I refuse to take the shot, especially with how they are demanding people and trying to literally force civilians into taking the shot. No, they work for us. We don't work for them. We shouldn't have to do what they tell us to do. Sorry, you know, that's how I feel. I'm not getting political, but I'm just being straight up. And I turned down a lot. I'll be honest, I turned down a lot of money. A lot of money to go out to Florida, and you know, I had 3 different fashion shows lined up, headliner, paid. Okay, there was one show I was not being paid for because it's for one of my my models that was one of the supermodels of my company. Is a gay model, you know, and him and his fiance were models for the company, and they promoted the shit out of my product. You know what I mean? So they were like, "Hey, Paul, you know, you want to come down?" They were the start of it. Then I got 2 more shows to headline, and those were some big bucks, man, because they were providing the models. They were going to fly me out there if I wanted, but I didn't want to fly. I said, we'll drive out there with our seamstress, you know, and we had everything set up until that happened. And I heard Florida was really bad with, you know, the pandemic. I know the virus is real, but I'm not going to go where the virus is hotspot, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not going to risk. I'm not going to risk, you know, whatever.
Well, you know, these people have no life. Nothing better to do like that.
But sometimes money's not worth it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so people go, what are you, crazy? How can you turn down that kind of money? You know, people are starving out there. Yeah, but guess what? My health and my life is more important than, you know, me going. I said, you're not thinking about me. You're thinking about other people who are starving. Yeah, but I'm at home and I'm trying to promote things that are, you know, peaceful and happiness. And, you know, yeah, we talk political. We talk about the things that we upset by. We're grown people. We know. We're not stupid, man. You know, the fart doctor, he knows, you know, he's a doctor. James, we know we're older. We're not young little kids, you know, looking at this scenario from a different way. They look at it in a different way. They're going to take advantage of the system. Oh, shit. Let's go rob a bank while we can. Oh, let's go murder somebody while we can.
Oh,
Their
let's knock somebody off on a bike while we
Yeah,
can,
but
you
hold on.
know?
Their mentality is very superficial and shallow. An older, wiser person goes deep. They're able to go deep.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
still, these kids should know they've been around this world long enough, and there's been enough people out there trying to steer them the right direction. Explain to them that every movie that you're watching right now, everything that you've seen in the movies is going to happen. Just get prepared. I'm telling you, man.
see what Far Doctor says? You need your vaccine card to go everywhere.
I know.
Vaccine.
Oh yeah, you know what? Listen, Doctor, they got the iPhone 13. If you're not vaccinated, you can't unlock the phone and use it. So now you got to have a vaccination shot to use the fucking phone? What are they out of their minds, man? You know, are they really, like, where did these people come from? What the hell is in that shot? Well, I know one ingredient that's in that shot, and I know the Fart Doctor knows what this is. Graphene oxide. That is what causes the blood to clot. It causes the blood to stick together. It's what causes the cells to clone, you know, and mutate the DNA. And, you know, it's crazy because I use the same chemical in my dyes. And I did a whole demonstration on this the other day.
I got my card right on my phone.
Okay, great. Then you can use. Okay, you got the card. You can use the bathroom in your house now. Let's unlock it for you. Hold on. Click. It's unlocked. Go use the bathroom.
Wait a minute. Did I tell you
I'm gonna get a seat.
I got a COVID mask for the internet.
No, listen. Stop. I'm not gonna say the number.
Well, all I know is Eric told me last night
Like the
private video that he wanted to come on the acoustic guitar while Paul was playing his instruments. About all about it. He didn't remember. But anyway. So that's it. Listen, we're gonna close it up. And I have no idea why my voice is going back.
I don't know, because you sound great over here, you know.
Yeah, you only want
Next time I'll do a little vocal performance. You know what I'm saying? It's been weeks since I've really done any vocals, so I've been working a lot. So you know, maybe me and my wife will do like a couple of duets for people out there. You know, and we know a lot of covers, so you know, and I'll do some original material. Of course, the new album's not prepared yet, not ready to be performed live, but you know, soon, a couple of months, we'll have something ready for everybody.
Well, send me that link on Messenger about your music.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the Reverb Nation. I'll send you my press release, and I'll send you the press release as well that Joe Dolan from Rolling Stone magazine released on me in 2010. And he interviewed everybody that was involved in the album, in the single I did. And that was a number 3 on the radio, man. But, you know, there's a story behind that as well. You know, you got to be careful in the music business, especially with those scum record labels. We're not going to mention names, but, you know, we know about you evil bastards out there.
Yeah.
They try to pull the Luke Pearlman on me like he did to the Backstreet Boys. That's okay, but they got it shoved where the sun don't shine. Right in the court of law. Yep, right in the court of law. And that's
All
like,
right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Join me for Keto King's beer and barbecue banter at 3 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be me and beer reviews. He'll be killing and grilling.
Wow.
Yeah, he'll be.
I was doing your little ending there. So
all right.
Go ahead. Say what you want to your crowd, man.
I'm not everybody. Have a good, bonding, wherever you go.
Okay. Well, good night, everybody. Thanks for having me on the show, James, and I'll see you next time. I'll send you that info.
All right.